All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the Speed Gaming channel. How's everyone doing tonight? I'm acting like there's a live audience that's going to answer me, but there isn't. Hello, Dimnix, my
Hello.
co-commentator.
Hello. Yeah, we had just a little bit of technical difficulties there, but it seems like we are back up.
And I am ready to get this race started. It seems like these racers are also ready. We're going to have a really good one for you tonight because both of these racers are at one loss currently, so they're both vying for their position in the next round. Definitely a do or die moment for both of them. So
Yeah, absolutely. I love seeing these high stakes matches. Sometimes that pressure really puts the runners into the best of their ability.
alrighty, and the racers should be getting started here momentarily. For anyone in the chat, yeah, the Speed Gaming website is having some issues right now. It's going in and out. It looks like it may have crashed yet again, which means the tracker will crash. So we might not be able to mark things as they happen, but we'll try to weave around the crashes and make sure at least everything is noted.
Yeah, absolutely. For those who may not have seen a race yet, what you're going to see here today, so this is the full item randomizer for Pokemon Crystal. That means that all the badges, as well as the Pokegear parts and every regular item in the item pool, they're all going to be shuffled together. So you can find a badge on the ground, you can find a gym leader, and get absolutely nothing out of it. The goal of this run is to defeat Red at the top of Mount Silver, so the runners will need to get all 16 badges and the 3 parts of the Pokegear to wake the Snorlax in order to get to Pallet Town. Also, all the Pokemon are going to be randomized, their movesets as well as their locations.
Yep. So this randomizer, it contains all basically every single item in the game is randomized within the same pool, except for hidden items. So these runners need to know practically the location of every single item in the game. They'll probably pick up some extra items here and there that aren't required or like may not be required items to beat the game, but might give them some extra money or something. So we got a Scizor starter here, as well as Meowth, and then a Noctowl. Looks like a pretty clear choice here.
Oh, it looks like we're seeing diverging choices actually. We have
Oh wow,
Glacial takes the Scizor, Strife takes the Owl.
interesting. Perhaps a buddy. I think that was a
Yeah.
max revive, or no, max potion. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, well, there's a max revive.
There's one. I called it.
Yeah, so to answer a quick question in chat, key items cannot be on the Pokemon. That's primarily A, because it would be very, very difficult to work around, and B, because I believe the limitations of the game, you simply just can't have a key item on a Pokemon. It won't let you give key items to the Pokemon.
Wow, Glaciel getting all the way through Route 29 with I think one encounter, or maybe it was none. I don't even remember.
I think that was none. That was insane luck.
That's a pretty good start, because oftentimes, as you haven't gotten to Cherry Grove yet, you just don't have Pokeballs. Occasionally we get lucky and we get a Pokeball or an Ultra Ball or something right off the bat as a held item on the Pokemon or from Mom or something, but not this time. But regardless, Glacial getting okay, interesting moveset there. Getting SS ticket though from the Berry guy.
Yeah, we do like to see those early key items, and that SS ticket can tell a lot about the seed. So part of Fly logic is that Storm Badge and Fly. Oh, there's Strength in Mr. Pokemon's house, but early Fly logic dictates that Storm Badge and the Fly HM cannot be on the boat, and so getting that early SS ticket at least is an indicator to me when I run that there is a high likelihood that both Storm Badge and Fly will be in Johto.
Yep. So this is a pretty stacked already, and as Glaciel we saw got not only strength but also got Rock Smash there, which is a great start for this game because in Dark Cave, while the runners don't technically have full access to it via the logic because it is a dark cave, as the name would suggest. So you need Flash to normally navigate it. The runners can get through it dark, but any items they find that aren't available to them normally will not be in logic, so it won't be required for any progress for them. But the great thing about having Rock Smash early is that there is a chance when you use Rock Smash on the Rock Smash rocks that level 15 Pokemon will come out. There are 2 encounter slots for Rock Smash boulders. It's a 90% and a 10%. So getting a level 15, especially if it's a decent Pokemon, can put you ahead early on. Or it can at least be make the early game easier for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Rock Smash mains, if you can grab them, they can be very good. Even if it's a Pokemon that's a little bit underwhelming on the surface, having that level advantage early on can help propel you to, say, Goldenrod. If you have the pass, that'll lead you to a new main that will be your long-term main.
And Strife finding a male Dodrio here with Razor Leaf, and then we saw Stomp. So that's definitely a decent start. Let's see what the other moves are. T-Bolt Dynamic Punch as well. Wow, that's definitely a good starting moveset.
Absolutely. Thunderbolt is one of the best moves in the game, even on a Pokemon that primarily runs physical moves. Thunderbolt is one of the few really, really good moves that covers water-type Pokemon, there are many of in the game. Oh, there's Pass, out of logic.
Interesting. Out of logic Pass. Glaciel, I think accidentally hopping the ledge there, probably wants to do some Rock Smash checks. Just to see what's in there. But Pass not in logic is actually very interesting. I think Glaciel may have been trying to find the Rock Smash rock, but did not realize that hadn't taught Rock Smash yet. I'm not sure. Strife also, what I didn't think about when catching that Dodrio, it's actually even better because they already have strength. I didn't even think about that. But that's yet another stab move, stab physical move for Dodrio, who has very high attack.
Yeah. Looks like one of our Rock Smash encounters is Ariados. With strength on the Dodrio, at this point, I would probably just stick with the Dodrio.
Yeah, I don't even know if I would bother. If anything, I would just want to check the items, the other items. There are 3 items locked behind Rock Smash in Dark Cave. As we said earlier, all out of logic. So we can get them early, but they're not on the path to progress based on the randomizer's logic.
Ooh, that was a fire spin from the Ariados. That's gonna deal a lot of damage, 4 times effective against the Scizor.
Yep, looks like Strife is considering teaching Rock Smash here and moving forward through Dark Cave. Probably going to go check those items. So both players taking approximately the same path thus far. I'm curious if Glaciel actually wants to run the Ariados or if.
Ooh, well, there's a Dragonite.
Yeah, unfortunately, being level 2 makes it a little hard to continue forward with that, and it was female, so.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, in Generation 2, gender is determined by the attack stat. Most Pokemon are 50-50 split between male and female. And so you know that if a 50-50 split Pokemon is a female, then its attack DV is 0 to 7, and then if it's male, 8 to 15. There are some exceptions to this. For example, every Miltank is female, and the starter Pokemon are 1 in 8 to be female. So you know if you have a starter that is female, it has very bad attack. And there are some other ones as well.
And it looks like Glaciel picked up a Blastoise here. It has Stab Bubble Beam.
Interesting, okay. So Blastoise might not be a bad choice here. Oh, and early Silverwing. Looks like Glaciel is going to pass it up, as it's not really a useful item necessarily. But knowing where it is actually very useful. Especially for certain seeds where maybe it's just a god seed and they get very early progress, or they get very early go mode, but their main isn't high enough level. Being able to go catch the level 60 in Whirl Islands can be very useful.
Looks like also noted, the Pokegear was found on Route 31, so it looks like the early game, at least, is very stacked with key items. We have Glaciel checking out the escape rope chamber here. This is a good play, because we could see that early Squirt Bottle that can really shake things up.
Yep, and Strife also resetting back to the beginning of Rock Tunnel. Or sorry, not Rock Tunnel, Dark Cave. Keeping the pass, but not caring about those Rock Smash encounters, as Ariados probably not going to be a long-term main.
Yeah, it looks like Strife is... I don't even think Strife caught the Ariados. I think he still just has the Dodrio.
Yeah, I don't think he saved after catching the Ariados, yeah. I think he did catch one, but reset it away. Makes sense. Strife's Dodrio is definitely going to carry him through a lot of these early fights, no problem.
There's a level 6 Charizard. I mean, like, that Ariados is quite over-leveled for this portion of the game.
Oh, but maybe switching to the Blastoise, it seems like. Oh, and we have an early Mystic Water, too. That'll make that Bubble Beam quite powerful, actually. Strife also going to go check out the escape rope room early, it seems like.
Yeah, that seems to be the case. There were a couple of TMs in there. I don't know what they were yet. Meanwhile, doesn't really look like this Blastoise is a good move for the Tangela here. It has Bubble Beam Swift as its moves.
Yeah, despite being not very effective, that Bubble Beam doing more damage than Swift, as Tangela is very... much more defensively strong than it is specially strong.
Yeah, we also have a Ladybah here, which I'm not particularly sure about Ladybah's specific stats, but I know its evolved form Ladian also has very high special defense. Yeah, so Glaciel's struggling a little bit on this fight, and Strife is getting a chance to catch up a bit. And it looks like Strife is going to be teaching Strength now to the Dodrio.
Definitely makes sense to do that. Having another strong normal move is always a good idea. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Glaciel teach it to Blastoise as well. Also, those TMs not particularly useful. Thunderwave, Spiderweb, I believe is what we got.
Ooh, yeah. So it looks like Escape Rope Chamber was a dud for the most part. We do grab another TM.
Oh, and there's Storm Badge. Very nice.
Yes. So at this point, I'm thinking that it's looking like Fly is going to stay in Johto, and one or more parts of Flash will be across the boat, potentially, if I had to guess. It's still very early, but based on the little bits of key items we're getting here and there, I'm starting to get a picture of what the seed might look like.
Yeah, an interesting play by Glaciel there, actually letting Blastoise faint, and then revive, using the one revive they have. I suppose they also have the max revive, but using the revive to bring it back for these fights. Definitely preferring the Blastoise over Ariados. Blastoise is still under-leveled though, and only going to be level 6 going into this same level as these sages right here, and probably going to be quite under-leveled going into the Elder fight.
Yeah, at this point, not only does Strife have a higher level main, but also Dodrio is much more offensively centered. So Dodrio has a very high attacking stats, very fast, whereas Blastoise is more spec'd into defenses. And so Blastoise isn't a bad Pokemon by any means, but it may struggle a bit to KO in one hit. Or even 2 hits, as you can see. It's having to take 3 or 4 to get rid of this Golbat.
Yeah, and as I mentioned that earlier with the gender spread, if a starter's female, it has very low attack. Oh, that did not learn Thrash. Okay, an interesting play. I mean, Thrash is a great move. I'm surprised that Glaciel wouldn't teach it there. I suppose Strength is just about as good, but as I was saying, the starters only being 1 in 8 to be female. Just because the starter is male does not mean that it has very good attack, as you could have a 3 attack male starter. So
yeah, as we go into the Elder Lee fight, Ditto is exactly the kind of lead you want to see. Ditto, its whole gimmick in the vanilla games is being able to transform. And it has very, very low base stats because it copies the stats of the Pokemon it's facing. In Randomizer, it doesn't get transformed, so it's just a blob with, like, no stats. Very easy to take out.
Stab, double slap. Very scary.
Indeed. Strife, probably in one of the easiest Elder Lee fights I've seen in a long time. Is now through. Didn't get anything from him though, so looks like he.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Crit Thunder from Spinnerack. That's oh
no.
The Spinnerack getting revenge on its mother.
Ooh, and Flame Wheel. Dang, the Spinnerack is actually has got moves.
Glaciel looks like it's gonna try to get through it with the Ariados. Fire Spin, a very, very weak move, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And Ariados is having Leech Life and Synthesis. But that is Stab Leech Life.
It is Stab Leech Life. It did a lot more than I thought it would. Leech Life, I believe, only has 20 power.
Yeah, that's actually quite surprising. This Ariados probably has pretty decent attack, I guess. And since it's dark and flying, it's normally effective.
Yeah, meanwhile, Strife is just completely demolishing this gym. Unfortunately, getting hit by an Ice Beam from the Donphan, but it's not going to do that much, considering Donphan has very poor special attack, and this Dodrio is quite higher level than the rest of the Pokemon here now. I did notice Strife is out of strength on the Dodrio, so hopefully we can land those stomps and everything will be fine.
Oh man, this okay, fire spin, the residual damage or the turn per turn damage barely finishing off that lantern. Okay, and Glaciel deciding to teach strength to the Ariados, definitely a good choice. Not teaching over synthesis though, teaching over the stab leech life. I mean, granted, not a great move, but
Not a great move, but apparently works very well for the Ariados, as we saw in that Murkrow. So we'll see how that decision pays off. Meanwhile, Strife, this Executor is kind of giving him trouble. I saw it had Dynamic Punch, as well as I believe Synthesis. So a bit annoying, but was able to defeat it now. Got one more Pokemon, Aurora Beam. That is decent coverage there. Strife deciding what to teach over, and deciding not to teach Aurora Beam.
I think I would have preferred it as coverage instead of Dynamic Punch. I just hate having to rely on Dynamic Punch and or Zap Cannon as moves in general. It just hurts missing them, you know, 4 times in a row.
Those 50% accuracy moves. I mean, I've seen like 70-80% accuracy moves miss multiple times in a row. When you get to 50% accurate moves, it's really rough.
But then again, Aurora Beam is just generally not a very strong move, and it's a special move, and as we talked about, Dodrio, not exactly much special attack, so to each their own.
Alright, Strife taking the opportunity to... he realizes that he needs to heal the Noctowl first before he can put the Dodrio into the PC. But doing some quick party management, being able to take the egg out of his party. And meanwhile, Glaciel is having a bit of an easier time on Faulkner than Strife did. He's, I believe he's through now, so right now they're pretty much neck and neck.
Well, that was very surprising to see, deciding not to teach Ice Punch. Yeah, not much. I don't have much to say about that.
Yeah, no, Ice Punch is a really good move. You know, we talked about Aurora Beam for a second. Ice Punch is just like so much better. It's very good coverage. Being Ice type, it's a strong Ice type move. Has very good PP. It's just, you know. Also, Ice has very similar coverage to Fire, so if I were in his shoes, I probably would have just gotten rid of that Fire Spin for the Ice Punch. There's the Glacier badge also for Strife.
So Strife taking a pretty small early lead here. Glaciel not too far behind. Picking up the Glacier badge shortly after.
Alright, this to me is where the race is start getting a little bit more exciting once they're through with Violet City. It seems like some races they just kind of get stuck in Violet City for a while, but now that they're moving on, everything's good. And we saw that lost item pickup for Strife as well. They'll be able to use that once they get into Kanto, which they have the pass, so...
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see how that Out of Logic pass affects the seed. Whether or not that is... whether or not that's really going to affect too much, or... you know, if we find Flash early, then all of anything in Kanto will be in Logic, as well as you know, being able to find Fly within the early Fly Logic in Kanto, or if they just don't find Flash for a long time, and then then that'll make things very interesting.
Yeah, speaking of interesting, we're seeing an interesting play from Strife here, completely skipping Azalea Town, all the checks in it, in order to rush for Goldenrod. Since they have that pass, even though it is out of logic, it'll allow them to potentially grab a main on Cycling Road that can be anywhere from level 28 to 33.
I am interested to see what if Glaciel does the same thing. And it appears that Glaciel is also doing the same thing. Does not want to run with this area dose any longer.
Yeah, it's interesting, you know. I think there's the HM for Surf.
That's a nice early pickup as well. If they find Fog Badge sometime here before going to Kanto, that gives them access to both the Vermilion Waters and the Vermilion Harbor, which are great places to find mains as well, even better than Cycling Road, anywhere between 30 and 39 in those waters.
Yeah, so in Glacial's position, I think absolutely a main switch is the play. For Strife, it really depends. I mean, that higher level will help a lot, but also Dodrio is a very good Pokemon. So if there's just absolute garbage on Cycling Road, maybe just better in the long run to stick with the Dodrio, especially since, you know, they still have all of Azalea to do. They, I mean, at this point have Goldenrod and, I mean, unless they find both parts of Flash here in Goldenrod or in Azalea, the checks they skipped, they have to find the Squirt Bottle somewhere in order to use that SS ticket.
Yeah, and Strife getting a couple encounters in Ilex, forgetting to repel again, or maybe just low on repels. Oh wow, and there's the Fog Badge for both of them.
Wow, yeah. Yeah, both runners have the pass.
And he's very close behind. Oh wow, and there's the expansion card for both of them as well. That makes things very interesting.
Could we see a very early Snorlax?
Oh, that's my fault. I did forget to mark the pass for both of our racers. Thank you for noting that, Mel.
Yeah, I mean, if we get that early Snorlax, take everything I said about mains, throw it out the window. That level 50, it doesn't matter if it's a bad Pokemon, you're probably going to want to run it, because that level advantage is just so much better. Unless it's literally like a baby Pokemon that evolves through happiness.
Okay, well there is the Zephyr badge, so making me think that Kanto is more than likely in logic here.
That is interesting. That is an interesting ripple there. Yeah, if we find that HM05 for Flash, then that means that the Kanto is not only in logic, it's also a part of Fly logic. So that will open up the possible places that Fly can be.
Strife opting to not only skip what we would expect, skipping Whitney and then the shop item, but not even going up to National Park there. Just wants to go straight for a main. I'm not sure if Strife picked up a Sweet Scent TM by chance, but Sweet Scent definitely makes it a lot easier to go for the surf encounters in Vermilion. They're very low encounter rate compared to most other waters.
Am I crazy, or is there Meowth on that route in Vanilla?
I actually have no clue. And yeah. Snowbear noting in chat that there is a Drill Peck TM in Goldenrod. Which, if I was Strife and I saw that, wow, is it tempting to stay with the Dodrio.
Absolutely. Strength and Drill Peck is, I believe, probably the best dual stab combo you can get for the Dodrio. Outside of like niche moves like Return late game.
So Glaciel doing a bit more clearing of the rest of Johto here, even deciding to go after this this battle here north of Goldenrod that one check is locked behind.
Yeah, Strife is turning in the lost item that we got earlier. It's just a super potion. And yeah, Glacial's having a little bit of trouble here on the Umbreon. It's very bulky. Umbreon was always one of my favorite Pokemon growing up because I had one level 100. My brother could never take it out because it was just so bulky. So every time I see one, I'm like, oh, this is going to take a while to defeat.
Indeed, very bulky, but in addition to being bulky, not particularly strong, so Glacial is able to struggle his way through it.
Alright, we see Glacial starting to pick up these national park items. Strife is getting ready to look for a new main in Vermilion Waters. I believe I saw a Flamethrower TM, though.
There was indeed a Flamethrower TM, and that's quite big. Oh, and there's HM1 cut in National Park there.
Yeah,
so possibly a pretty important pickup that Strife missed.
Yeah, finding a Goldeen in the water, level 39. I mean, at this point, you give it one rare candy, it's a level 40 Seeking, which underwhelming, but that level advantage and Stab Surf.
Yeah, I absolutely would have picked that up, I think, because not only Stab Surf being great, but 39 is the highest level you can get in these waters. So how these surf encounters work is that there are, I don't know how many encounter slots, but some of them are base level 30 and some are base level 35, and then they get up to it's 30 plus 0 to 4 levels, and then 35 plus 0 to 4 levels. So
Yeah.
39 is the maximum possible level that any encounter slot can have here.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, it is 2 level 35s and 1 level 30 at base, and of course 0 to 4 levels possibly in addition to that.
I think that's right, yeah.
So, all right, the one of the other 30, or I guess the other 35 slot is a Jigglypuff. I would definitely go with the Goldeen over the Jigglypuff. Yeah, that Stab Surf, again, you know, that level difference, even Seeking being kind of an underwhelming Pokemon, Stab Surf on a level 40 is going to deal a lot of damage, especially in this early game.
Strife realizing he didn't grab Sweet Scent, maybe checking his TMs to see if he had it.
Yeah.
Specifically, the Harbor is very low encounter rate.
Yeah, he'll eventually find one. May literally take up to a few minutes. I can safely say that I've actually lost a race because I spent so much time in this harbor without using Sweet Scent. And as you can see, it's apparent why that could be the case. All right, Strife finally gets an encounter, and it's a Smoochum.
Oh no, that's definitely not what you want to see.
Oh no. All right, Strife's gonna keep looking. Meanwhile, Glacial is going around doing these quick Saffron City checks. All right, he finds
Hopefully not another Smoochum. It is another Smoochum. No.
Unfortunately, believe it or not, that was a relatively quick encounter in the harbor. Oh,
Oh wow,
wow.
that's a very quick encounter. And it's another one.
All right, Strife, are you reading the signs here? It's telling you to get out.
Not reading the signs.
Oh no. Wow, he's getting very lucky with these, at least the speed of these encounters, but
Oh no.
it just keeps being Smoochum. Meanwhile, Glaciel looks like he's going to be going for one of these surf encounters as well. He actually has Sweet Scent, so he will be finding the encounters much, much faster.
Sweet Scent, let's go. Oh, but forgetting to teach surf to something.
And
Oh, and a Venonat, okay.
uh,
Venomoth, not very good either. But, okay, resetting back, maybe thinking about grabbing the Goldeen this time around.
yeah, it looks like he's going back for that Goldeen or something else in the water. We still haven't seen the third encounter. And it's a primate.
There it is.
There it is. It's primate.
Minimum level, but that really doesn't matter if he's planning on going back to Kanto. He's running.
Yeah, he forgot to equip the smoke ball back to the Dodrio, it looks like. Yeah, out of these, I would take the Goldeen. I would have just went with that level 39 Goldeen he found at first, because that level 40 Seeking is very appealing. Looks like Strife having some indecision here and going back to the harbor. Guess he forgot to pick up this item here.
Glaciel also debating, it seems, on whether or not to grab the Primeape. Seems like they have decided to grab it. Let's see what the Primape's moveset is.
At the very least, whether or not you run the Primate, having a level 33 in the back is potentially useful. Not a great
magnitude
moveset.
Dizzy Punch at the very least. That's not too
Yeah.
bad. In addition to strength, it's a decent moveset at the very least.
Not terrible. Looks like Glacial will find the Goldeen again, and he's going to be running away. That's Pedal Dance on it, too.
Okay, seeing the Pedal Dance, maybe... Nope, still going to run from it. Okay.
Pedal Dance isn't the best move in the world, but grass coverage, and it has decent power, being, I believe, 60 power for Pedal Dance. Strife is going to be checking Cycling Road, which could be a good idea. We're finding a Zoomerel. Oh no. So it appears... Okay, so this is a very interesting mechanic. So, Glacial was just using Sweet Sand, and it said that nothing appeared. The reason for that is because there's actually an unknown in these waters. So you cannot actually encounter unknown anywhere in the game unless you do one of the Runes of Alph puzzles. And so it looks like unknown is the common here.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. I've never seen that mechanic, actually.
Yeah, it's kind of obscure because you don't ever encounter unknown anywhere outside of the Ruins of Alph, and that's what would happen if you try to use Sweet Sin in the Ruins of Alph without doing the puzzles.
Strife choosing to pick up the Psyduck, looks like, after Snorm's Heart.
Looks like there's a chance we may see a resurgence of Earthquack.
Earthquack. Is it, did it have Earthquake? I didn't see.
No, I don't know if it did or not, but there was a race where we did get Psyduck with Earthquake, and that was what everyone ran. So I would be very excited to see Earthquack return.
Looks like Strife is making the play to come down and further look for a main in the grass west of Fuchsia, which even lower levels than Cycling Road, so not really the best of choices, but you never know when you're going to find a Mewtwo or something down here. Looks like wants to see what this Charmeleon has.
Payday is not very promising. Looks like Glaciel is making the move to go towards Lavender Town. Lizard Pedal Dance on the Charmeleon. Hey, I mean, you give it Surf. That's not too bad.
Yeah, that's definitely a decent moveset there. I think Glaciel is safe scumming this item, maybe? Seems like possibly not.
I didn't see him save. Looks like he may have to take the long way back. And that includes, he didn't fight the trainer up there either. I mean, maybe he did save and I missed it, and he's going to be doing these rock tunnel items first.
Or, actually, that's not possible either. He can't go all the way up and around because he doesn't have cut access either. Oh, this Zapdos might be a problem. Is that Dig it has? Okay.
It is Dig, yeah. Trying to use Magnitude on the Zapdos. Magnitude, no. I believe what he's trying to do is use Magnitude while it's digging. I believe both Magnitude and Earthquake have the property where it will hit, but Zapdos is a flying type, and even if it is underground, that flying type immunity still applies.
Okay, Glaciel did indeed save, but seems like cannot get around that Zapdos most likely, or at the very least it would be very difficult to get around it. So just gonna continue on. Teaches Drill Peck to the Primeape. Primeape's moveset honestly looking pretty decent now.
Yeah, absolutely, I like it. Now whether or not it's equipped to take on the Zapdos is a different story.
Yeah, no ice or rock moves. Definitely gonna make that difficult. Glaciel looking like gonna cut his losses possibly and go back.
Maybe not.
Oh, forgot to check the lost item right away.
Yeah, that's absolutely fair. Ooh, looks like Raticate knocks out the Charmeleon. All right, let's see. I mean, we have Dig on the Earth or on the Psyduck, so kind of Earthquake adjacent.
Looks like Strife accidentally stopping his timer. No worries though. He wasn't synced up with race time, so it didn't stop it in there. So no worries. But possibly more stressful for him now, as he doesn't know what his time is.
Oh yeah, that would be stressful. Oh yeah, the flamethrower team as well. Yeah, this moveset on the Charmeleon is very good. It's just he's getting bodied by this Raticate.
Yeah, the unfortunate part is that it's a Charmeleon and not a Charizard. Not quite as strong. I didn't see what the Psyduck moveset was, but it has Fire Punch, so it couldn't be that bad. I'm not sure what fight Strife is even doing right now. Did he go to Janine's gym? Is that where he's at?
He's not on Janine. I'm actually not sure what fight he's doing. Because this I guess we'll never find out. He whites out back to Azalea, which honestly, not bad.
Yeah, I would just I'd just continue here, honestly.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, this is probably one of the best places for him to be. He could clear out these Johto checks really quickly with the Charmeleon, but it looks like he's deciding to go back to Goldenrod. And meanwhile, Whitney not giving any key items. Oh, it looks like Strife is seeing that that white maybe was a blessing in disguise, and is taking the opportunity to do these Azalea checks.
I'm thinking maybe he thought he had already talked to He'd already talked to Kurt. Maybe was going to do the Farfetch'd quest, but then realized that he had not talked to Kurt yet. No worries though. That doesn't waste too much time for him. Just an escape rope.
Meanwhile, we see Glaciel also backtracking to Azalea now.
Glaciel in a pretty great spot though. That Primeape looking pretty nice. Got 5 levels on the Charmeleon, and both of their mains have pretty decent movesets now. But Strife gonna have to wait a while before getting to the Charizard.
Yeah, luckily for this section of the game, the Charmeleon will be doing just fine. And hopefully by the time he reaches a point where it needs to be a Charizard, it'll be at least close to a Charizard.
I actually forgot. Even though he said he reset his timer on stream, doesn't matter too much as we use race time, so he's able to see their actual current time, even without that.
Yeah, good point. Meanwhile, we are almost through the Slowpoke well. It's just a few fights, and we'll soon be seeing some of these Azalea checks.
Glaciel haunted yet again by Zapdos, but this one much lower level.
Yep, I call that revenge. Looks like Strife is going on ahead and going into Bugsy.
I did not see what Kurt yielded, or if Strife remembered to talk to Kurt after.
He did, it's just a repel.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so as you can see, Azalea is one of these places that has a lot of checks locked behind fights rather than movement, and so we are seeing, especially with these like over-leveled mains, just seeing a lot of mash A to progress sort of situations. And there's a bear on the rival.
Look out, bear!
Yeah, Magnitude.
Magnitude 4.
Yeah, so Magnitude is one of those very risky moves. Despite being nearly 3 times the level of the bear, Magnitude 4 only does chip damage to the bear. So that's one of the risks of using Magnitude, is it can do like basically no damage. Alright, so Glaciel actually fought the rival before going into Bugsy, so we'll be able to see what both Bugsy and the Farfetch'd quest items give around the same time. Alright, and looks like Bugsy's a scam.
Oh, that's right. I thought for a moment that Glaciel skipped the first item ball in there, but they already grabbed it on their first way through, and there is the hive badge.
That is very French vanilla.
Very French vanilla, yes.
Getting that cut access from the far-fetched quest. Glaciel now going to be taking on Bugsy as Strife makes it through the rival.
Strife notably still does not actually have cut as he went straight to Kanto to look for a new main without going to National Park, and then wiped from Kanto back to Azalea, so has not checked those National Park items yet.
Interestingly, Strife taking a save, he may be considering save resetting the far-fetched item, but he does need to complete the quest in order to grab the charcoal item. Alright, and this will be the Hive badge for Strife. Looks like Strife will be using a save scum strat here to check the charcoal item. Well, he would if he had escape ropes. And he might have used his last repel too. I'm not certain. Oh no, P still has a few left.
Looks like Glaciel, a bit of a limited moveset on the Primeape, still no fighting type moves, so pretty walled by the Skarmory, not able to, probably about one of the only things he's not able to one-shot with that Primeape, but gets through it just fine. And this Skarmory is not going to do much damage to him either.
Looks like Strife is now backtracking into Union Cave. Yeah, there are quite a few checks on the backtrack here. You can go into the basement of Union Cave, which is what Strife is about to do. Well, if you had the HM for cut, you could do the cut checks along the way as well. And several other surf checks in Violet, Cherry Grove, and towards Tojo Falls. As well as the Kenya. I'm not sure if Strife actually picked up the Kenya, though. Oh.
Yeah, I don't believe he did.
But that HM05 changes things. That means that Flash is completely in logic. The pass is in logic, which means Fly can be almost anywhere.
Very interesting. And also notably, both of these players are going to be backtracking, but Glaciel will be the only one that gets to check the cut locked item, along with the Zephyr badge item, just south of Violet. So if that yields something important, that's going to be yet another unfortunate situation for Strife.
Yeah. On the bright side, with that getting HM05 there, we now have access to the Flash Chambers. That's another 4 checks that they have on this backtrack, making it all the more worthwhile. Like Glaciel is teaching cut now, so we'll be able to see what that item is very shortly.
Love to see those optimal menus, teaching multiple moves in one menu.
All right. Looks like Strife's not missing out on much. It's just an elixir, and the Zephyr badge check is also looked like it was just an iron, I believe. So now we're going to be checking out the flash chamber.
Feels like just about every time the flash chamber is this early, it's gotta have something important. But I've been wrong before.
Yeah, well, we are about to find out. Oh, just a bunch of TMs and a Pokeball.
Like I said, I have been wrong. So, I think, yeah, Glaciel with Kenya and Strife without. So Glaciel's going to be able to at least check the Kenya quest before moving on back around Southern Johto yet again.
Yeah, so there's a chance that Glacial finds something on the Kenya check. That's going to be absolutely huge, especially if it happens to be that fly. Because then Strife will have to backtrack back through Union Cave again. Right, so both runners just collecting these. Oh, there's the Earth badge in Violet City. Yeah, so these quick Violet City checks. We're about to see what the Kenya is going to give. It looks like Glacial's actually saving before giving the Kenya.
That's a scary choice to make there because Glacial, if they reset back, they will not have completed that part of the quest, and so they need to remember that they've done that and do it again so that they can unlock the guard item.
Yeah, absolutely. This is looking a little bit scary for Glacial. Hopefully, for his sake, he does find something on one of these surf lock checks. Pokedex. Oh no, that is incentive to immediately reset.
That is, I would honestly consider it.
Oh no. Well, so we know for sure. Yeah, that's gonna be rough for Glacial if he does forget to turn in the Kenya again. Looks like Strife is realizing he is now out of repels. Oh wait, never mind, he bought more. Alright, so again, for Glacial's sake, we are really hoping that he finds something absolutely phenomenally important here. Because otherwise he will reset. He may miss out on that Kenya check, and that could cost him a lot of time. Meanwhile, Strife is about to pick up his Pokedex. All right, and we do see that reset from Glacial, at least for Strife. Oh, I thought, for some reason, I thought one of them had already fought the rival, but it turns out that they didn't. But meanwhile, Glacial does remember to turn the Kenya back in, so very good. No need to worry on that front.
We do love to see that. So with that, Glacial probably at least somewhat pulling in the head here. Obviously you can see just by where the runners are, Glacial is ahead, but even besides that, Glaciel having already checked a lot of the stuff north of Goldenrod, is a bit ahead in that sense, and able to do the first part of the Kenya quest. So if the guard item is something important, that's yet another thing for Glaciel to be happy about, and for Strife to have to make up at some point.
I will say though, with the getting that Flash HM, I believe that they have actually, between the two runners, have exhausted all of the checks outside of the one Kenya check that's left in Johto. And so it looks like our progress will be in Kanto.
Ah, interesting. Did Glaciel check the basement?
The Union Cave, I believe he did. Because he has Flash.
No, sorry, I meant the Goldenrod basement, the shop item.
Yes, he did.
Okay, all right, yeah, I believe Glaciel has checked everything in Johto then, besides this guard item. Oh, actually, did they grab that surf item south of Goldenrod that Glaciel just passed right by? I'm not sure if they've grabbed that.
Either Glacial, I think Glacial grabbed it. Oh, there's Fly. Oh no.
No. That is definitely a heartbreaker for Strife. And Strife also resetting all the way back to the Kenya check. I don't think he reset away anything important.
No, he wait. No, he got Flash in Union Cave. Did he? Does he still have Flash?
I'm not sure that he does.
Yeah, if he reset all the way back that meanwhile Strife is checking the soft sand girls, so maybe he finds something there.
We gotta hope at this point that he does. It's maybe his only hope at this point.
Yeah.
Because if Glaciel finds Storm Badge pretty soon, Strife is quite honestly gonna need a miracle to come back in this race, I think.
Yeah. Also, I saw messages in chat earlier, but just getting around to it now. Yes, they did have the SS ticket, so there could be progress in Northern Johto.
I'm silly. They already have the Storm Badge. So yeah, Glaciel is definitely very far ahead now, as
yeah,
they have access to all these checks, and now he can go to the Rock Tunnel in Logic and check the or do the first part of the Machine Park quest as well.
Yep, that's right. Now Glacial is taking out the Zapdos again. Using Drill Peck is not going to be very good. But yeah, so I was actually thinking rather Fly or Squirt Bottle would be in Kanto if it was not on the Kenya check or on Soft Sand Girls, and it turns out Fly was on the Kenya check. So yeah, at this point, progress could be in Kanto or in Northern Johto.
Did they find Zephyr Badge in Johto, or was that in Kanto?
That was in Johto.
Okay. Oh wow, there's the radio card also.
All right. Well, it looks like we have access to, at this point, most of the region, outside of a few places like Tin Tower, Whirl Island, and some like specific checks like waterfall locked things. But like as far as like where we can go, we have access to pretty much everywhere.
This will be very interesting also. Glacial's put so much now into this Primeape. I'm curious to see what the Snorlax is, to see if it'll be worth it to switch.
Yeah, I'm also curious to see that. Let's see. It looks like Strife is getting ready for Whitney, I believe.
activating the first part of the machine part quest. So normally in the game, you talk to this guy, and he lets you know that there's someone in someone shady in Cerulean's gym, and that's where you go to find that a member of Team Rocket has hidden the machine part in the water in Misty's gym, and then you go return it to him, and that turns the power plant back on, and that's how you normally get the expansion card. So completing this quest in the rando, it does unlock all the other checks that it would normally unlock in the game. Let's see what the Snorlax is here real quick. It is a Metapod.
Metapod. Well, it does evolve into Butterfree, which, okay.
Definitely not a surprise that Glaciel skips out on that. I think I might have still checked it just to be able to repel through Victory Road, as they do, as Glaciel does have cut access, and going to want to go there, but the plane badge maybe not going to go there just yet.
All right, and we are getting the call about the rockets invading the radio tower.
The runner's still missing their. Oh, just kidding, they're not. They have SS ticket. I completely forgot.
Yep.
So they do have access to Northern Johto as well. No squirt bottle yet, but we may be seeing Glaciel go to possibly Northern Johto next, assuming he doesn't try to go into Victory Road, because that's it's very slow without being able to repel.
That being said, could see a main switch there potentially. I mean, he committed a lot to the Primate, teaching it very good moves like Drill Peck, but you can get, I believe, up to level 40s. I don't know if it's dependent on the time of day in Victory Road specifically, though.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever main switched to something in Victory Road, but I know their levels are quite good. Yeah, 40 something. I think Strife reset back again.
Oh. Yeah, his Charmeleon is much lower level now. Because I remember it being 31 at one point. Okay. Well, I completely honestly, I don't know what key items Strife has at this point.
I also do not know.
I believe he did get the storm or get the hive badge again, but I at this point do not. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have flash anymore. There's the score bottle in Victory Road.
And Smooch him yet again, haunting this seed, except not on Strife's side this time.
That's right. Earth Badge was also in Violet City, so I guess it is safe to say that Strife does not have Flash or the Earth Badge anymore. Right, Glaciel checking this last item in Victory Road. Alright, yeah. Okay, so chat has confirmed there is no Flash in his inventory. He does not have Flash anymore, and therefore doesn't have Earth Badge anymore since he didn't make that trek up. So, ooh, that's pretty bad for Strife. I mean, luckily, there wasn't anything in Flash Chamber, and so Flash is not strictly required for the run. That being said, Earth Badge is, and so he will need to remember to go back and grab that Earth Badge at some point. And I mean, he needs to what will he remember if it was marked off his tracker? Yeah, that's the problem. Is that if he marked it off his tracker and doesn't remember exactly where it is, that's a very bad situation for Strife. Meanwhile, it seems the Glacial's having a little bit of trouble taking out this Kabutops. Finally through now. And we'll be able to grab, I'm assuming he... Oh, wow, Mega Horn for the Primate. Very, very good.
That's a great level up move to see. Dad adding yet more moves to this this nice move set for Primate here.
Looks like Strife is looking for the basement item. And Glacial is doing the Bye Bye A Go-Go cutscene.
Probably just going to check the item, not continue up to Nugget Bridge. There's probably better checks to do now, especially with that plane badge. A lot of checks available if he decides to go to Northern Johto. Lots of checks available in Mount Mortar. Can also go all the way up to Lake of Rage to do those cut checks. And that's right, he does not have to take the boat anymore because he just picked up the squirt bottle. So that's a little bit faster way up there. Probably wants to go check northeastern Johto before having to go to Olivine, I would imagine. Just to see if you could find this Seeker Potion, perhaps.
Ooh, Max Elixir from the Rock Smash guy. Very, very good item to find. It's very helpful to get those for kind of the section of the game where you're just doing a bunch of fights in a row. And so you're able to heal PP without needing to go to a center.
I feel like that has just been the story of this ROM. Both of these players, feels like almost all the time they're forgetting to repel when they go into caves. A lot of extra encounters. Definitely hurts the time a little bit, but Glaciel not needing to worry about that as much, for sure.
Yeah. Nick's pointing out in chat that apparently Strife did not, Strife unmarked Flash and Earth Badge. So he is aware that he lost those during the reset. And Strife now picking up Cut, so he does now have Cut access. And Glacial looks like he's going to be heading over to do the Waterstone Chamber next. And Strife is down with the National Park checks. Let's see where he decides to go next. Does he redo the backtrack now? Does he... Looks like he's heading back into Kanto. And no key items in the the Waterstone Chamber. Though we did see a rare candy, which is a nice find. And Glaciel now making his way up into Ekritique. Meanwhile, Strife looks like is heading towards the Nugget Hedge Maze. Or, nope, looks like he's going to be going around instead for the machine part check. Or rather, the power plant check. He doesn't have the machine part yet, so he can't turn it in. Glaciel using his last repel, going to be grabbing the Rock Smash item here in the Burn Tower. He is able to full clear this area as he has both Rock Smash and Strength. And there's the Rainbow Wing.
Possibly incentive to want to do an early Morty, you know, besides the normal reason of spiting Snowbear.
All right, we have one rival fight to go, and then we get to hear our roamers for the run. So any predictions in chat before we get into that? Well, I know the first one is Rimmerade.
Yeah, I can picture the second one in my head, but I cannot tell. I can't tell that what it is. I can't think of what it is right now. I know the cry though. I know it.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Unfortunately, I have the memory of a goldfish, and so I cannot even replicate it in my head to try to figure it out.
Yeah, this weekend was Graveler. The second one was not Beedrill. I'll think of it at some point. I'll remember it maybe if I'm lucky.
Yeah, luckily we'll likely have another opportunity to listen to the rumors later on. Well, it depends. Strife may not want to do Burn Tower. Oh, there's the radio card for Strife. Strife may not want to do Burn Tower as it leads him closer and closer to Morty. Did Glaciel pick up the Strength item?
In Burn Tower?
Yes.
Yes, it was not something useful.
Gotcha.
Oh, it's Pineco. That's what it is. Pineco.
Ah, very good.
I knew it was a Gen 2 book. I could not. It took me a little while. Okay. Alright, and we see Glaciel doing some shopping here, seems like. Probably committing to this primate for likely the rest of the ROM, unless he decides that wants to go for the 60 for some reason. If it's very good.
if he wants to go for the 60, he'll have to go back and grab the Silver Wing off of Route 46. So, like, that's a bit of a time commitment. So I don't see him doing that. If he even remembers that the Silver Wing is there.
Right, yeah.
We see Strife going on to Route 11. That is blocked off by the Snorlax, so... Oh, wait, no, wait. He has the 3 parts of the radio card, and he doesn't have Fly, so that actually makes sense.
Yeah, that's actually definitely the best way to route around this. He actually went all the way around. He did a big circle around from Cerulean all the way around, down and around to Vermilion. Usually, that's something that I've only ever done in KIRs, I think. Definitely don't see it very often in FIRs, because it's pretty common that if you have access to anything that lets you get around all those spots, that you probably have fly access. But definitely an interesting situation for Strife.
Yeah, to be honest, I have never gone through this route. Oh, there's Soul Badge for Glaciel, but I've actually never gone through Route 11 in any capacity outside of grabbing just the couple of items at the very start. There's a couple of I think there's a berry tree and a hidden item for some of the higher level of randomizations that we can do for this game. But as far as like all the trainers and everything, I have absolutely no idea where they are. I don't know what the optimal path is for getting through this route. And unfortunately, getting hit by a Hyper Beam from the Entei. Ooh. Okay, chat is saying that Route 11 is super easy. Okay, cool. Yeah, again, I've never done it. I have no idea.
Yeah, if you're coming from the east, you just have to go 3 tiles down from that trainer and go straight left.
Okay. All right. Well, now I know.
And Charmeleon gets 1 shot from the Future Sight attack. That may be a first. I don't know if I've ever seen that happen.
Yikes.
I don't even know what the damage is based on for that, if I'm being honest.
It is, I believe, so it changes every generation. It is I want to say it's 120 base power, but it might be less in Gen 2, but it is neutral typing, so it doesn't take into effect type effectiveness. And it's based on the Pokemon that used it, I believe. But I don't know. There is documentation of it. I read it one time like a year ago, but I no longer remember exactly the details. Alright, so I did a little bit of research into Future Sight just out of curiosity. So it's actually 80 base power in Generation 2. It'll actually confirm how much damage it's going to do based on the special attack of the Pokemon that used it and the special defense of the Pokemon that is out at the time that the move was used. And so there's a chance. I'd have to look back and see what happened in the battle, but there's a chance that if Future Sight was used while one of Strife's like level 6 Pokemon were in, then that's why it dealt so much damage, because it was using the special defense stat of the level 6 Pokemon.
Yeah, most likely. I think that is what happened, because in any normal situation, I don't think it would have one-shot a level 32 Charmeleon. Even though Charmeleon not that strong, but Future Sight also not particularly strong.
Right, yeah. Well, there you go. There is some Pokemon trivia for y'all. Is that a Goldeen? Oh, it's a Caterpie.
Golden Caterpie. Sells for 500 Pokédollars.
Yeah, it takes one drill peck and it's gone.
Probably take one regular peck and it's gone.
Very fair, very fair. You know, I imagine that golden coloring does make it stand out more. Probably not a very good evolutionary trait to be had for the Caterpie.
Yeah, I would imagine not. That's why we never see. That's why that that shiny Butterfree in the anime is so rare.
Right, it looks like Glaciel, after doing the oh, there's Volcano Badge. After waking up the shiny Pokemon and fighting it, it's now going to be heading over towards Ice Path, which I think is a good move. He has strength; he can go all the way.
Yeah. I think this is also a good play, and he does have the opportunity, since he can go all the way through, and he has access to practically everything over here. He can just he could go and pick up that Silver Ring again if he really wanted to.
Very, very true.
And sorry, I asked with a great point in chat. Shiny Caterpie. Snorlax was the Metapod. Is the 60 going to be a Butterfree?
I can see it.
That'd be great. I had a ROM a couple days ago where the Ho-Oh was a Lugia.
Oh, you know what? I played that ROM too.
Oh really? Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always wondered if people do that in the Discord. We like generate. For those of you that don't know, that aren't in the Discord, first of all, join. It'd be great. Crystal Cinco Bingo Discord. We'd love to have you. There's a bot that we can generate ROMs from. It randomizes them for us, makes it very easy. But it's just in like a public chat room. It doesn't send it to you via DM or anything. So you can just take whatever ROM other people generate if you really want to. And so Dimnik's probably running the same ROM that I generated or something.
I believe it's actually the one that you recommended.
Oh, I think it was. It might have been, yeah.
Yeah. But kind of missed it there for a second, but Glaciel actually did a very good safety strat there on the boulders. So he actually got off the bike when he was pushing the boulder, and if you're not super comfortable with your movement, or if maybe your controller is not super reliable, you may want to get off your bike for that strength boulder movement to make it a little bit more consistent. It's slower, but it is a lot faster than accidentally screwing up the boulder or falling down the hole early.
Yeah, that's for sure. And then also Boulder Badge. Speaking of boulders,
Wow,
Glaciel getting a lot of badges here. Over halfway to go mode. 2/3 actually, just about, because we've got all the Pokegear parts as well already.
Yeah, this is looking very good for Glaciel. Meanwhile, Strife looks like he is doing... Is he doing the Nugget Hedge Maze now? Looks like it.
Maybe, yeah.
I mean, there could be something at the hedge maze, so this would at least give Strife something over Glaciel at this point. And on top of that, doing the Nugget Hedge Maze now, by the time this Charmeleon finishes, it will likely be a Charizard, so that'll be nice for Strife as well.
Assuming it can make it through all these fights. Uh-oh, there's that exploding Raticate again.
Oh no! Ooh, and Poison Sting, very annoying as well.
Okay.
But he's able to take it out.
Didn't get exploded on this time. Love to see that.
All right, this is Glacial's opportunity to grab that silver wing again. Let's see if he decides to do it or if he even remembers. Oh, there's Waterfall. And it looks like he is going back for that silver wing.
Yeah, not too far out of the way. I think I would probably do the same thing. It's just nice to have another option in the case that with the way things are going, you never know if you're gonna have a very early go mode, and having that 60 as an option is always nice to have.
Absolutely, I completely 100% agree with this play from Glacial, grabbing the silver wing. And it's very good on him also for remembering that it was there, because I know sometimes, especially if you're doing a lot of runs in a row, sometimes you just kind of forget where, if you reset an item, you forget where it is.
Looks like the Charmeleon having quite some issues there. Gyarados with Hydro Pump taking him out.
Ouch, yeah, and Outrage, which actually, in this game, Outrage is a special move, and it's only 90 power. So, coming from a Gyarados, actually not as scary as it could be. Meanwhile, Charmeleon using Petal Dance doing almost nothing to the Gyarados. Gyarados is pretty great in special defense, so this is a bit of a rough matchup for Strife. But yeah, we're only 6 items away from go mode on Glacial's side, and 1:30 or 1 hour 30 into the ROM. This is going very, very well for him. Strife still struggling to take out the Gyarados. There is a possibility he takes a wipe here as well. Would be rather unfortunate. Do not believe he has any other repels, or revives rather. So yeah, this is a wipe for Strife. Ooh, now Magnitude 9, that's what you like to see. Unfortunately, just barely, or the Donphan just barely hanging on there. And we'll be able to grab a few items here and get a free heal from Lance. So this will be nice. I noticed Glacial was out of PP, I believe, on his strength for the Primeape. So this will be a good time for him to get a free heal, getting that PP restore. Strife is taking a second opportunity to try to fight this Gyarados, deciding to switch out into the Psyduck. Possibly trying to PP stall Hydro Pump, is what it looks like.
Or baiting out Outrage, because I think, yep, it switches to Outrage when the Psyduck is out.
Fortunately, with that wipe, also went away all of his healing items that he may have used during the fight, so that's a little bit sketchy. Alright, this is actually going very well for Strife now. Unfortunately, the Hydro Pump does take out the Charmeleon, but he was able to have the Gyarados get hit by Confusion, and it's almost out now. Just one more hit if he can manage it.
Who's gonna get all the XP from Gyarados hitting itself in Confusion?
Yeah. Ooh, critical hit from that. Oh, Kenya. Oh no.
Oh no, it's gonna level up forever.
That's gonna be
there it goes.
Oh no, that is boosted experience from the Kenya. It is considered a Trade Mon. Getting
no.
nearly 5,000 experience. That's probably going to be 7, 8 levels there.
Oh
Ooh.
no. Oh no.
Maybe even more. Those early levels do not take a lot of experience to get up. Glaciel finds the bike. Ooh. Alright. Struggling to not teach moves to the Kenya. Alright, and Glacial finds the blue card, which is a key item. And that's all I'll say about that. No, just kidding. No, the blue card does not do anything for us in the item randomizer. You can use it in the vanilla game to get some items from Buena by doing some stuff with the radio talk show thing. But for item randomizer, it doesn't really serve a purpose.
Just one more level here, and Strife gonna finally get a nice power upgrade here.
Yeah, honestly, like, once he gets that Charizard, I would say that the Charizard is probably better than the Primeape, but at this point, Glacial has a very outstanding lead, having been able to get that Fly HM relatively early. Ooh, Dodrio with Earthquake. Oh no. Maybe Strife is now thinking, I probably should have stuck with the Dodrio.
Oh, what did I have? You said Earthquake?
It had Earthquake, yes.
Oh no. Wow.
Oh no. Yeah, we might see Strife take another wipe here. Very unfortunately. Bringing back the Kenya. Will the Kenya get more levels? No. Aurora Beam does take it out. This Dodrio also being very annoying with Detect, which works just like Protect, making it where your opponent's move does not connect for that turn. And yep, that is another wipe for Strife. It's like Strife is contemplating what to do now. Strife deciding to rare candy the Charmeleon into a Charizard. I think this is a good move. That power boost will definitely be appreciated. Meanwhile, Glacial is finishing up the Rocket Hideout section, so we just gotta defeat the 3 Electrodes, which are also going to be randomized. Again, any predictions in chat about what these Electrodes might be? And chat are pointing out, yes, it will be able to avoid the Earthquake now that it is a Charizard. So this is actually a very good time for Strife to use it. Looks like we have a semi Spider-Man meme for one of the Electrodes, the Charmeleon. Yeah, that Charizard now looks like one-shotting the Dodrio. this is exactly what Strife needed to do. It looks like our last Electrode is a Slowpoke. Kind of interesting to think about how these Pokemon might power up a power plant. All right, I was almost convinced we were going to see Vanilla Whirlpool there, but we did not. All right, so Glaciel is fighting the one trainer that we need to fight here in the Price's Gym. This trainer only has one Pokemon. There is a route you could take where you fight a 3 Pokemon trainer, and that's usually the one that's taken in the Indy %, as there's a chance that he will not hit you. But in the speed choice version with the normalized rotators, if you try to take the Indy % route, the spinner will always hit you. So it's better to just take the fight with the 1 Pokemon trainer rather than having to take the fight with the 3 Pokemon trainer. Strife is now saving before this trainer. It just gives you an antidote, so you can reset that away and not have to do the whole fight.
I have to say, this Magnitude actually been working out quite well for Glaciel. I feel like every time I end up with Magnitude on a physical attacker, it just doesn't work out for me. You know, I get 4s and 6s, like, and then maybe a 7, but been getting pretty lucky with his Magnitude hits, honestly.
Absolutely, yeah. I would say anything that is 7 or above is good to see. Of course, the higher the number, the better. Question in chat, what was the level 50? It was a Metapod. Yeah. No, Misty, it unlocks by doing the Bye Bye Go-Go cutscene, which he has not done yet. And it looks like he will be doing that now. Meanwhile, Glaciel will be making his way over towards Olivine. So far, other than the levels, which are very much appreciated, this Nugget Hedge Maze play from Strife has not yielded any key items. But still, we have the Misty battle to go, so it's possible that we may see something out of Misty. And we're seeing a very nice strat from Glaciel here as well, flying to skip the rival cutscene as you enter Olivine. Alright, Strife is entering the Misty fight as Glacial's taking a shopping trip. Misty starting out with the Geodude, which is a very easy surf target for the Charizard. Yeah, this Charizard has very, very good coverage, so, you know, it's a... Honestly, like, I really like this Charizard. It's just unfortunate that it took so long to become a Charizard, you know?
That's, yeah. Also, Spearow with Swords Dance. Somewhat scary.
A little bit scary, but luckily was able to take it out. Another Spinnerack now. Luckily, Flamethrower will be able to take it out, but as we know, Spinnerack does have a bit of a moveset on it in this ROM. Just an antidote from Misty. That is not what Strife wanted to see. Yeah, so to answer the question, Fly is on the Kenya guard, so he has to return the Kenya and then go back and uh, do the guard. Now he can make the trip quicker by grabbing the squirt bottle, which is I believe in Victory Road, if I'm not mistaken, which would make it a little bit faster, but he would have to do that first. And looks like Strife is actually going to be heading towards Janine, which I don't believe either runner has. Well, I don't think Glaciel has done Janine yet, so it's possible Strife may get something out of this. Alright, and Glaciel is grabbing some items in the tower, or the lighthouse. I always call it a tower. I mean, it basically is.
It is, yeah. It counts. I didn't see if he got anything particularly useful in the lighthouse. Those first couple checks.
Yeah, I do not believe he did. Did he turn in the Kenya and forget to return to the guard? No, he actually... so Glaciel and Strife did a backtrack over towards Tojo around the same time, but Glaciel had the Kenya and Strife forgot to pick up the Kenya before doing the backtrack. And so Strife never turned in the Kenya, and he actually reset away the Flash HM and the Earth Badge when he did a reset after the last item over in Tojo. Yeah, so Strife, unless he grabs that squirt bottle, which I believe is in Victory Road, he's going to have a very, very rough time getting Fly. That being said, he does get the Rising Badge from Janine. Meanwhile, looks like Glaciel is going to be heading over towards Cyanwood.
Good to see that Strife did at least get something out of that. We're about to see this single item cut check east of Fuchsia as well. See if this is anything useful.
Yeah, so he does have the Kenya now. He just didn't on his trip back. So he just has to do the Kenya quest now in order to get Fly. He does have the Kenya, and it'll be much easier if he grabs the squirt bottle first, but we'll have to see. He does have to take the Bike of Shame up Cycling Road in order to return to Celadon.
And that means that he does have to do this 3-poke fight on the way back up.
Yeah, meanwhile, Glaciel is taking on Chuck's gym. He's able to full clear Cyanwood since he did go up the lighthouse. So this will be good for Glaciel, as if nothing else, he will be able to just be able to say, you know, I'm done with Cyanwood, don't have to do that later. All right, Strife has made it back into Celadon. Glaciel is just finishing up the gym. It looks like Strife will be trying out Erica next.
Yet another thing that Glaciel hasn't done yet. We've seen just a lot of Glaciel clearing Northern Johto. A lot of the easier fights, whereas we've seen Strife struggle quite a bit with these Kanto fights, especially. Maybe changing his mind here, doesn't want to fight Erica.
I believe he
is he still out of
doesn't.
healing items?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I think he has a lack of healing items, which is deterring him from doing Erica at the moment. But it's possible he's just going to go buy some and then go back. With all those wipes, he's probably pretty low on money, but he can sell some stuff to make up for that. He is able to buy a stack of hyper potions, which is helpful. Yeah, he's selling just about everything he can here to get as much money as he can so that he can maybe get some revives. Or it looks like he decides not to finish the shopping on that side. He looks like he's going to be he's kind of deciding what to do and electing not to buy anything. Meanwhile, Cyanwood giving you rare candy, but I don't think there was anything else of note.
Yeah, not that I saw.
And Glaciel now going, going for Erica. So they're both going to be making the same play here. If I had to guess, I would actually say that Strife may finish Erica first. His main is very good.
We will just have to see here. Both of them have very strong movesets, and Strife finally having the Charizard definitely, and the fact that he's been doing Kanto fights, a lot more experience, a lot quicker than those slow, lower level Johto fights.
Yeah, Glacial does have a little bit of a level advantage, but we'll just see how that plays out. Ooh, a miss from Megahorn. Megahorn also going to be 4 times not very effective against the Golbat, so kind of rough there. Runners just about synced up here, about as close to synced up as you're probably going to see. Both runners also using Drill Peck to take out the Meryl. Interestingly, Glacial going for that Megahorn against the Flying type. I think Glacial is just about out of PP on the Primate, which is why he's going for these moves. Ooh, stab Hyper Beam from the Noctowl is not what you want to see, but Strife is through the fight. He will need to heal before fighting Erica, but looking pretty good. And Glacial also through. He's going to be saving before the fight. Very, very smart.
Wobbuffet, easy work with Megahorn. Oh,
Well,
it doesn't actually one-shot, I'm surprised.
Yeah, luckily, Wobbuffet's offensive stats are not great, considering its whole gimmick in the vanilla game is not being able to attack. So yeah, this Erica fight actually is very clean for Glacial so far, having psychic types and being able to Megahorn them, whereas Strife has to actually use neutral attacks that are going to be less effective. Uh-oh. I have a feeling that Seeking has a move for... Yep. It sent it out second, so that's a 4-time super effective move from the Seeking on the Charizard. That's kind of rough.
Yeah, I don't know. Does he not have any revives? Has he stocked up on revives by chance?
I think he did not buy revives when he had the chance to. I thought he was going to, but he ended up not doing so. Are the badges randomized? Yep. They are not only randomized, like, it's not like you fight a gym leader and you can get a different badge. The badges are on the ground or given by NPCs. You might not even find them on a gym leader. All right. We find out that Erica does not give any key items. And Strife deciding to go back and probably stock up on revives, I imagine. Meanwhile, Glaciel is heading down towards Fuchsia, where he will be picking up that Rising badge when he fights Janine. Oh, did Strife not save before Erica? He has to redo the whole gym fight? Oh no.
Yeah, but it was before the whole gym.
Oh, that is very unfortunate for Strife. Meanwhile, Glacial is taking on Janine. If I recall correctly, this was a very quick fight for Strife, so I imagine the same will be true for the Primeape, and he'll be able to grab that Glacier badge pretty soon. Or, I'm sorry, Rising badge. Donphan using splash strats.
Very scary.
That is a difficult Pokemon for the Primeape to take out. It is a 2-hit with Drill Peck, which is nice.
Oh, it baited
range.
us. Got a good roll on the first hit, not on the second hit. But,
oh no. Yes. All these very high magnitudes. Glacial being RNG blessed this run. Alright, and this will be the Rising badge for Glacial, putting him just five items away from Go mode. Very good.
Still missing a lot of items that would give him, you know, big checks all at once. You know, if we find the Clear Bell, unlocks all of Tin Tower, but he would have to do Morty before doing that. Could find the Secret Potion, and then obviously the card key would be a big one as well.
Yeah, very true. A lot of these items are missing. So we'll have to see where Glacial decides to go. I mean, False Director is in Logic, just a reminder.
That is true. Although I haven't seen a single seed, I don't think, where with vanilla card key or vanilla basement key.
I haven't either, but I have played ROMs, at least 2 ROMs where vanilla False Director was required for progress. That being said, the chances of that happening in this ROM are very low, and I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, so let's hope we don't see it.
Right. Glacier making the good choice of going to check the waterfall locked items. A good rule of thumb to do in these randomizers is just go with whatever, check whatever you've gotten that gives you progress most recently. So he just got Rising Badge and he has Waterfall, so might as well check the Waterfall locked items. Nothing yet as far as progress items for Glaciel in here. Looks like Strife having even more trouble with Erica yet again. And there it is. There's the clear bell.
All right, that is very good progress for Glaciel. He will have to fight Morty, but Morty gives a couple of checks, so that's not even that too bad. You would rather fight Morty than do the Rocket Tower sequence at this point, as that's Morty's much quicker than that. There's the machine part too.
I'm interested to see which of those Glaciel decides to do next, honestly.
There's the mineral badge too. Wow, we looks like the Mount Mortar is very backloaded as far as key items go. Yeah, getting the clear bell and the machine part opens up some options for Glaciel. He could either turn in the machine part for a couple of quick checks, or he could go straight into 10 Tower. It's likely we're going to see both at some point. Looks like we're going to be seeing the machine part first.
I'm not sure if Glaciel went this way the first time. I mean, I guess we'll find out, but I thought maybe Glaciel took the route from Lavender and therefore hasn't fought this trainer yet. Okay,
No.
Yep, that is indeed true. I'm not sure. It's probably pretty comparable in time. If you've already gone from Lavender, it's probably pretty close to the same amount of time having to do this trainer, and this route is generally faster than going through Rock Tunnel. Even if you've already done that fight north of Lavender, but
Yeah.
I think going through Rock Tunnel would still be faster by a little bit, but
It also heavily depends on if you're one-shotting all of these Pokemon. If you don't one-shot all the Pokemon on the team, then you're losing time. But Glaciel is now onto the way to the power plant, so we will be seeing those machine part checks very shortly. We do know that Nugget Hedge Maze and Misty are all a bait, so let's hope Glaciel decides not to pursue that route.
with Tin Tower open, I don't imagine that he would. Oh, but there's Cascade Badge. Very nice.
Ooh, Cascade Badge on the machine part check. So Waterfall, yet again, giving us another badge. All right, so we are 3 items away from go mode for Glaciel, and still a lot of checks left, and several other key items that unlock more checks locked behind them. So,
honestly, at this point, if I'm Glaciel, I just hope I don't find Whirlpool, because like not having to go to Whirl Islands at all would be nice. And this Primate does seem strong enough to be able to take on Red. So,
yeah, at this point, the less key items you find that aren't badges, the better. Mystery Egg's okay. Mystery Egg is a very quick check, but you don't want to see...
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, you don't want to see Card Key, you don't want to see Basement Key, and you don't want to see Whirlpool.
Yeah, I was just going to say, since he got the egg right after here, I should probably mark that. He does get to one-shot both of these checks, so he gets to... Because they are both the Mystery Egg, and there's also an item for... after you get the Rising Badge, and he gets to one-shot both of these checks here.
Ooh, 5 revives. Very nice.
Yeah, that is very nice. Strife could have used that check.
Absolutely. Speaking of Strife, he is taking on Surge now. So, Strife doing these Kanto leaders, it's good for the Charizard as far as getting some experience, and Ooh, Mareep with Rock Throw. Luckily, Mareep is not very strong. But it's also, I guess, from the commentator's point of view, kind of nice to see what these Kanto leaders have in store just for the knowledge.
Yeah. Whatever Strife has issues with, though, is not going to be very similar to what Glaciel has issues with, though, most likely, as, Fire Flying definitely has a lot of different weaknesses than fighting, but still, we see a Mewtwo. Obviously, that's probably going to be an issue for anyone. And as expected here, Glaciel taking on Morty. Gonna go check out Tin Tower right after this. This is what I would expect.
To answer the question in chat, yes, Strife's tracker is correct.
Strife has had quite a bit of troubles this run with resetting a little bit too far back. He's reset a few times past fights that he's already done, and also some items that he's already picked up. So he's had to go back and pick them up again. And there's still some. For example, he got the Earth Badge and the Flash HM, but unfortunately reset them both away. So he will have to go back and pick those back up, assuming he remembers where they're at. But it's been a rough one for Strife.
Strife did say before Sabrina here, which is, I believe, a very good call.
The other really nice thing about Magnitude here is that it's got 30 PP, and even hitting a Magnitude 6 there, so on the lower end, it just doesn't matter. If things half your level, you'll still take him out. But this Kingler might not. Kingler very high defense. Yep.
All right, and that should be Glacial through Morty now. We'll get to see if Morty has any items directly on him. All right, just a Max Ether, which is appreciated, but not a key item. But that does unlock access to Tin Tower, which is, at this point, very likely where the progress is.
Just a TM on Sabrina also, so Strife at his wit's end, probably going to go back to Johto here, I imagine. I don't think he's got anything left in Kanto to check.
Well, he does have the West Kanto gym leaders.
Yeah, I suppose he does. I didn't even think about that. Does he know that he has all the parts of Pokegear? I don't think... Oh, he did check the Snorlax, yeah.
Yeah. Or did he, or did he wipe beforehand? I don't remember.
He checked it, and he reset all the way back to the end of Rock Tunnel.
Oh. Alright, well, looks like Strife might be starting the backtrack that will eventually lead to him getting Fly.
Does he still not have Kenya?
He has Kenya.
Okay, he has Kenya. All right.
Yeah,
Kenya got step one.
Kenya got all those levels on.
Oh yeah, that's right. How could I forget?
Yeah, so he definitely has Kenya, but it is going to be a long backtrack and a long reverse backtrack. I guess forward track back to Goldenrod to get the Fly HM. Yeah, and it looks like Strife did forget to repel. Or maybe he just doesn't have repels. I could swear he bought repels. Maybe not. Alright, Glaciel is through the Sages and is now able to take on the level 40, which I believe was a Graveler. We do get also another chance to listen to the rumors, so let's see what we let's see. Alright, I definitely hear the Pineco now.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, magnitude 6. Not quite enough to take out the Graveler, but Graveler is no problem.
And that the Suicune fight actually is required that you take it out, or you either defeat it or catch it. I believe it doesn't let you run away if you try to.
Yep, that is correct.
Unlike the Ho-Oh, where you can that is at the top of Tin Tower, you can run away from it, and it still will. At least in the randomizer, it'll unlock the Ho-Oh chamber still. And here begins the slew of checks in the Tin Tower. I believe 13 total checks, if I'm correct, locked behind Tin Tower access. Nine, the 9 in Tin Tower itself, and then 4 in the Ho-Oh chamber.
Yeah, it's either that or very close to that number. It's a lot of checks, and I mean at this point, due to Strife doing all the Kanto leaders, we know that the Kanto leaders, other than Janine, which Glaciel has already done, do not give any progress. And so that further leads us to believe that it's very likely that the progress will be in Tin Tower. Either it's going to be the badges, or it's going to be something that leads to the badges. And speaking of badges, Strife does pick up the Earth badge again.
Going back for it. Well done there. Looks like probably going to go back to the Kenny quest, as there's not much left to do. And I'm not sure, I didn't see if he went back and got the Flash HM. It's the only thing I'm concerned about.
I do not believe he did, but we do know that the Flash Chamber does not have any important items in it. And so he doesn't necessarily need Flash, although it would be very helpful for getting through those dark areas. Looks like Strife maybe... well, I guess he's doing the Rising Badge check. I was gonna say he might have forgotten that he already did these checks in towards Tojo. And it looks like Strife did save before heading back to New Barktown, which is going to be nice. He's going to be able to reset that. I believe... I can't remember what the Rising Badge check was, but I know it wasn't a progress item.
I think it was a TM6.
Where was HMO2? So it is on the returning Kenya, going back to Goldenrod.
And that is a Jinx as the Ho-Oh.
Alright. Honestly, I would catch this and have it in the back. Oh wait, never mind. It's level 40. I forgot. It's level 40 as opposed to level 60. Never mind. Forget what I just said. If it were level 60, I would have caught it and just have it in the back just in case I need it for the red fight. Because Jinx is actually a decent Pokemon. Just the cry is very long.
And Strife in great spirit. Gonna take time to name the rival Glaciel. Good choice.
Did Strife reset the Rising Badge? No, he fought Janine. Oh no!
Oh, wow.
I didn't catch him resetting the rising badge. When did that happen?
Huh. Okay, well,
Oh no. Oh, Strife. No,
yeah, did he reset the whole Janine fight?
because I remember him going back up Cycling Road, right? Did he wipe and reset after that or something?
So he didn't save at any point after that, I think.
Oh. Oh no.
Yeah, that's rough.
Oh. My heart just sunk. I feel so bad. All right, Strife. You almost have fly. You almost have fly. So, just return. Do the Kenya check. You'll have fly. It'll all be okay. All right. It looks like Glaciel will be doing some of these Kanto leaders, so that'll help Strife catch up some time.
To be fair, though, even if Strife had gotten Fly at around the same time as Glaciel, Glaciel's been playing very well this run, honestly. Like, very, very efficient checks, doing a lot of stuff in the right order. So, kudos to Glaciel too. It would have been a tough fight to win, even without all the unfortunate resets.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, Glaciel is killing it right now. I know he's a bit newer to the community. I remember him posting, probably even a month ago, talking about, very happy to get times like around the 3-hour mark, and now look at him. He's absolutely killing it right now. I can see the improvement. He also does a commentary from time to time, as does Strife. Actually, they both do. So it's nice to see some fellow commentators run as well. But Glaciel, also a very good commentator.
And Glaciel, not finding anything on Janine, is going to move on to possibly more Kanto gyms. Looks like gonna check out Brock.
Yeah, we haven't seen oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say, which is new information, because Strife did not check out much of West Kanto, or any of it actually.
It looks like Strife is going to be checking this item, which is not the Flash HM. I think he might have forgotten which one it was.
Oh, did Glaciel have red scale?
Apparently, apparently he got red scale in the tower. I don't think he's done. I don't think he's done Ho-Oh Chamber yet, though. So, we still need to see that out of Glaciel before we determine it being completely barren.
Gotcha. Thanks, Rit.
Oh, he did Ho-Oh Chamber? Oh, that's unfortunate then that it had absolutely nothing in it. I guess we were so caught up in what happened with Strife there that we kind of just missed everything that happened with Glaciel and Tin Tower. I mean, at this point, what checks does Glaciel have left? He has the Hedge Maze, which we know is barren. He has, I guess, Surge and Erica. Oh wait, no, he did Erica. I guess it's just Blaine, Route 4, E4. Yeah,
Yeah, and blue.
and blue. Yeah, so he's Glacial's coming down to his last checks, at least until he finds either Whirlpool or the card key.
I believe kimonos also.
Oh, oh no. Oh no, Glacial, please do kimonos. Oh, he gets Whirlpool from Brock. Very interesting.
As we mentioned earlier, not necessarily the one you want to see, but there are a lot of checks in Whirl Islands, and he will be able to check out the 60s, so this will hopefully lead to a little bit more than what he's gotten recently.
I will say, I would rather find the Whirlpool than the card key at this point. But it looks likely that I imagine card key will be required once he finds it. Unless all the badges just happen to be in Whirl Island, which is possible.
Strife just absolutely demolishing the Metapod with Drill Peck.
Yeah, and he's wait. Did he take the pass without doing the Kenya check?
No, I believe he got fly. I just didn't mark it. That was my bad.
Okay. I hope he has fly. Okay, he has fly. Okay. That is good.
I'm slacking on the tracking.
It's all right. It happens. Oh.
It's another Caterpie. Or no, it's Goldeen. Okay, close.
Yeah, I believe they have either the same or very similar cries. But yeah, that Goldeen now, give it a rare candy, it'll be a Seeking. And yeah, the same discussion as we had before, way earlier in the race. Seeking's a little bit underwhelming, but Stab Surf is nice, and that level advantage is pretty good. That being said, the Primeape is also very good at this point. I would probably stick with the Primeape as my main, but have the Seeking as a backup.
Seeking notably quite bulky as well. And anything that could harm, fighting types would probably be pretty decently resisted by Seeking. Oh, he finds a Jump Kick TM. I think this is the first time he's looked through his TMs in quite some time. Decides to teach it over Magnitude, as they have pretty similar coverage. He just loses his coverage to Electric.
Looks like Strife is taking a pause here to kind of decide what to do. There is Marsh Badge for Glacial, so it looks like Brock is required. And there's the card key. Yeah, so I imagine that is where Glacial will be heading next. And it looks like Strife is going to be attempting Whitney again. I thought he already fought Whitney, but I assume maybe he wiped and decided not to come back at some point.
Yeah, since we know that Whirlpool access is necessary, it's a pretty good chance that progress is in Claire also if we don't get go mode after Rocket Tower.
Yeah, that being said, we're 2 items away from go mode for Glacial, and at this point the seed is starting to look pretty linear. There's a high likelihood that we get these 2 badges between doing the checks in the radio tower and Claire. And also, we still have the basement key to find. Yeah, it's either doing this or Route 4 Blaine Blue E4. So, or I guess Nugget Hedge as well, but we know it's not there. And yes, the one Tojo Falls Whirlpool check as well.
Oh yeah, also good point, Ailsa. That singular whirlpool item, there is also a good chance that that could be something as well.
Looks like we have a bit of a Spider-Man meme going on. And it's over.
But the opposing Spider-Man does not have Drill Peck.
Alright, it looks like Strife is checking these national park items again. May have forgotten that he's already done them. There's also a chance he might be a little confused on what he has and hasn't reset back at this point, which is a bit of unfortunate. Interestingly, Strife has not been to Northern Johto yet at all. There's a possibility he may not remember that he has the SS ticket.
Yeah, if I were him, like I would probably just check my key items, like see what I do and don't have. That's the easiest way to do it, because you're it's pretty prone to human error that we forget to mark things on the tracker sometimes, even though we have them.
Yeah, that SS ticket was very, very, very early on, so possible that he missed it. Strife seems to be dancing with the bike a bit, not entirely sure what's going on there. It appears that Strife does have North Johto on his tracker. He has the SS ticket and everything, so...
Glaciel finished with rockets. Nothing useful from any of the 3 checks right after, but he will be checking out False Director here. It's just a 6 Pokemon fight with 1 item that he gives right after. I'm calling Vanilla Basement Key right now.
That would be pretty interesting. Especially right now with so few checks left and 2 badges left. I definitely think doing False Director right now is a good play. Some like to skip it just to save a little bit of time, but pretty high likelihood that the False Director has at least something. Strife, I guess doing a little bit of eeny, meeny, miny, mo on his fly screen, trying to figure out where to go next. And just the coin case from the False Director, so don't believe there was anything of importance directly involved with the radio tower, but clearing that out does allow us to go to Claire. So there's a possibility that we may see something coming from Claire, which I imagine is where he's going to go next. Oh no, it seems he may be deciding to do Blaine.
Interesting. I don't disagree with this choice for sure. Having only 2 badges left, there's there's a chance both badges are just on Blaine and Blue. You never know. And those doing those 2 checks much faster than going through all of the Claire fights. It would probably take the same amount of time to fight both Blaine and Blue as it would to fight all the fights in Claire's gym.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. And on top of that, you're able to grab that Pallet Town fly point, which does save a little bit of time once you are actually in go mode. Strife did pick up that Silver Wing, so he may have he'll have access to the 60 eventually once he gets that Whirlpool from Brock. So I believe, actually, now that I think about it, what Strife is doing here, it's very likely that, again, he doesn't know what checks he has done and what he hasn't because of all the resets. And so he's probably thinking through each check, trying to figure out what he has and hasn't done before deciding to move on to North Johto. And it looks like he's kind of finished up that progress, so he's going to be now going into Northern Johto. Yeah, I was about to say, it's likely that he forgot that Rising Badge was on Janine.
Glaciel getting hit by probably some super effective move that I didn't see from this Furo here. Oh, I think it was Mega Kick. That was probably... Wow! Okay, the Goldeen has self-destruct.
Yep.
Well...
That is absolutely helpful.
Wow. Yeah, that's great to have on a tanky level 60 for sure.
Yeah. Goldeen, not the strongest, but high level plus 200 base power move that halves the defense of the opponent. I mean...
Not gonna lie, if I'm Glaciel here, I might use one of my rare candies just on that Goldeen, just to give it more power in case I need to use it to boom something on red.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, that could be...
I would at least consider it.
Yeah, no, I believe it is very good. Ooh, thank you, Fusion Warrior, for gifting a tier 1 sub to Starfall Infinity. Uh, that is very kind of you.
Oh, stab Psychic on Starmie there takes out the Primeape. At Easton.
Now, something interesting here. We actually have not seen Glaciel take the boat yet, because he got the squirt bottle. So, if there's a badge on the boat, that would be kind of interesting, because there could be a badge, or there could be the basement key or the secret potion. Squirt bottle, I believe, is in Victory Road.
Yep, that's correct.
Also, like to see that movement with the sailor going straight through the optional. Very funny to see. All right, and Glacial is through Surge and gets the Ultra Ball. Meanwhile, Strife, we're about to see what is on the boat. And it's just a full heal. Alright, looks like Glacial's going to be going for that Whirlpool item in Tojo. As Strife makes his first steps into Northern Johto. Alright.
Alright. Nothing on the Solar Beam TM. Looks like Glacial going back to possibly do kimonos is what it looks like.
Yeah. This is a check that I personally feel like you shouldn't put off for too long, because I mean, you usually get access to the kimonos relatively early in the game, and they can have items on them, and it's very troll. So luckily Glacial is able to take them on in a reasonable time frame, considering Strife just now got into Northern Johto. If I had to guess, he will be doing Claire after this. He may decide to do Blue first or Nugget Hedge Maze, but I mean, I think at this point, with getting all the progress towards Claire, like the card key and everything, and Whirlpool, I would say go on ahead and do Claire before you do Nugget Hedge Maze. And to be fair, he is also missing the basement key, and that may be what he's fishing for. And it is the item finder.
French vanilla.
All right, now Glaciel is going towards Claire.
Yeah, I think maybe was thinking that basement key would be on one of those items, in which case that's not a terrible play, you know. But well, I think more likely to find something in here.
Meanwhile, Strife is just about finished up climbing the lighthouse. Now, I will say, luckily, this will work out to Strife's advantage. Strife has an absolute hatred for Morty, and we know that Morty and the Tin Tower are complete scams. And so, if he decides to not go towards Morty, not go towards Tin Tower, that'll save him a lot of time.
Absorb not quite gonna help out Glaciel's moveset at this point.
But the water coverage. Alright, Glaciel about halfway through Claire's gym. We see Strife entering Ekritique now. I'm curious to see what he decides to do. And not super surprisingly, he decides to just go straight through it, not even checking the item finder house. Going just straight through Ekritique. Unfortunately, Strife not repelling. It's going to be bodied by encounters here. And there's the soul badge for Strife. Alright, I imagine that Glaciel will have no problems taking out Claire. Especially if it's using Pokemon like Sentret. Unfortunately, the jump kick recoil damage from missing the move is going to hurt Primeape a bit more than anything that Sentret could do. Alright, and now we just have one more fight with a trainer with just one Pokemon. As you enter the Dragon's Den, we'll be able to see all 5 items. So I'm very excited. Hopefully we see just both badges. That would be the ideal situation. All right. Nothing on the first item in the Dragon's Den. All right, there's the rainbow badge. So we are 1 badge away from go mode, and still 3 items left in the Dragon's Den. So we very well could see go mode any minute now. Yeah, before we get the items, we do have to do a quick quiz here. And looks like Glaciel does figure out the quiz, is able to finish up, and we have to watch Claire walk very slowly. Now, some people point out that Claire walks with a lot of swag, but as you can see here, Claire can walk at a normal speed. She does not have to walk slowly. She's just doing it to show off. Alright, and no items from Claire directly. We do have one more item here in Dragon's Den. Could be the basement key, secret potion, or thunder badge, or... Oh, it's the thunder badge! We are in go mode.
Very nice. It's definitely nice not getting either of those items. Don't have to search anymore for within the basement, or have to go fight Janine. So we are good to go. And I think, yeah, the Primeape should be just fine for red as well.
Yeah, Primeape should be fine. You do have the Goldeen with Boom, so that could help out in a time of need. Looks like Glaciel will be going to the mart here to buy some X items. Normally, if you're running a special main, you will have to go to either the Goldenrod or Celadon Mall in order to grab X specials. But if you're running a physical main, you don't have to go into the malls. You can just go here in Violet and get all the X items you need.
Selling those X speeds? Who needs them when you're a Primeape?
Oh dear. Well, let's hope that Red's lead is not, or Red's Pokemon in general just aren't very fast. Meanwhile, Strife will be finding the shiny here, the shiny Caterpie. So golden, so sparkly. If the level 81 is a Blissey, that would actually be fantastic for the Primeape.
As long as he's got an X accuracy set up, doesn't miss jump kick.
Yes, very true.
For those of you that don't know, when you miss jump kick or high jump kick, it deals damage to you because you quote unquote keep going and crash. And that damage is based on, I believe, the amount of health, a certain percentage of the amount of health the thing you're attacking would have lost.
Yes, it is 1/8. 1/8 of the damage you would have dealt to the opponent.
Yeah, so Blissey has a crap ton of health and very little defense, so you would theoretically deal a lot of damage to it, and so you just one-shot yourself.
Alright, and we're using rare candies.
And the Goldeen is still fainted. I don't think he's caring too much about the boom strats. Hopefully... Oh, okay, he's gonna revive the Goldeen. Good choice.
He is gonna revive it. He decides not to use one of the rare candies on it, though. So it will remain level 60 and remain a Goldeen for this fight. And yes, very smart using a max elixir beforehand. We did see an X accuracy in his bag, so he for sure has that. So we do not need to worry about jump kick misses. And a Poliwrath lead.
Oh, I did see this have a flying move. I think it has Sky Attack. Yep,
yes.
There it is. Yep.
Uh-oh. And Poliwrath does have a pretty high physical attack. So, yeah, that's going to be a problem for the Primeape. He's going to want to set up those 2X defends prompto.
Yeah, and Sky Attack is 90% accurate, so he could get lucky and get a miss early. And if he continues setting up X Defends, it might dissuade Poliwrath from using Sky Attack, or he might just go for two-shotting with Drill Peck. Okay, it doesn't quite do it.
That's going to be a 4-shot. But he
gets a miss.
Okay, very lucky. That will be enough to take out the Poliwrath. That being said,
it was stuck in another Sky Attack, so he couldn't heal it. Very fortunate.
That being said, that's a Jinx. And here's the problem, right? So Red's second Pokemon will have a move that is good against your Pokemon, or at least a strong enough move that what it thinks is the best move for it. So Stab Blizzard from the Jinx is going to knock out the Primate. And unfortunately, there's no way to reduce the amount of damage you take from that. There are no X special defense in this generation.
After seeing the Blizzard miss, I think it might have been a good choice to switch to the Goldeen and try and boom, as Jinx, obviously Goldeen would resist that Blizzard, and Jinx has very low physical defense.
Yeah, so now he's going to try setting up X Defense to brace the Sky Attack, and he is able to. So he is able to spam X Defense and heal, and hopefully he just doesn't see a crit, because that would ruin his entire plan.
Yeah, notably, crits do go around defense ups, so even though he's got all these X defends set up, he's at +6 X defends right now. A crit would just completely ignore stat changes and one-shot him anyways. So hopefully, a crit would indeed ruin his day. So hopefully we don't see that. Just give us a couple misses instead. Oh wow, he switches. Okay,
was that metronome? It is metronome.
Oh, Bide. Okay, that's good.
Bide is exactly what you want to see here. It is free setup turns. That being said, Bide can be, or I'm sorry, metronome can be very, very scary. Luckily, is able to fully set up, and now we'll be able to sweep. Hopefully, he doesn't have those X speeds. So
yeah, I was gonna say I didn't see him set up X speeds.
And Jinx is probably going to be faster than the Primate. It is, and that's going to knock it out. Yeah.
That's probably rough.
Yeah, did not account for that. Jinx is fairly fast, and that level advantage too. There was no way the Primate was going to outspeed. So unfortunately, if he sets up, he's going to have to either fish for a Blizzard miss here, or he's going to have to switch out and boom with the Goldeen, but then he'll have to set up again. Another strategy you could be using right now is Flash strats. Teach Flash the Primate and just keep fishing for misses.
It is nice having it be basically half as likely to hit a crit, since it's only, obviously Sky Attack only hits every 2 turns, so I think he's just gonna hope for no crit, and he should be able to set up more here. And it might actually, he's at +6, or maybe only +5 now, I think, but it should switch to Metronome here if he's lucky.
Yeah.
Yep, okay. Cross Chop, wow, that's a good miss.
Yeah, Cross Chop. Guillotine, oh, that's another good miss.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Charm.
Oh, it fails. I think he doesn't have a guard spec set up too.
Mega Punch, not going to do very much. See, I'm just worried because he's doing all this setup again. He's going to have to switch out to the Goldeen.
Does he not have X speeds? Wait, I thought he bought some.
No, he sold his X speeds. He does not have X speeds.
He sold X specials when he was in Violet. I thought I swore I saw him buy X speeds. Wow, okay.
Nope, he does not have any. So that's the problem, is like with no X speeds, he doesn't have a way around this Jinx unless it just happens to miss that Blizzard. It looks like he's going to go for another one, and it's not going to do it.
Dang. He might just leave and go buy X speeds.
That would be one. Yeah, it looks like that's what he's trying to do. And Honestly, yeah, that's probably the best course of action. He will be able to stall out enough to set up X speeds as well on the Polyrath, assuming that metronome shenanigans don't get too bad. But if he doesn't have X speeds, he cannot get through that Jinx unless it happens to miss a Blizzard, which takes too long to reliably fish for. Yeah, Glaciel doesn't know this, but he actually has he has so much time to uh, spend on red here. So it's very likely that he is feeling the pressure right now.
Yeah,
But
he's probably freaking out.
he has plenty of time to go back and buy X speeds in order to retry this red fight in a better strategic position.
Yeah, honestly, I'm happy he decided to do that instead of trying to make it work with some other strats, like trying to switch out to Goldeen immediately after defeating the Polyrath or something.
Yeah. But yeah, so we'll be seeing another shot at this red fight with X speeds this time, which should work out for the Primate, I imagine.
I didn't even think about this before, but in the options, are you able to switch from set to shift?
You are. You could set to shift, which would lose a little bit of time every time you knock out a Pokemon, but strategically speaking, would give you a free switch, which is, it's a potential strategy.
Wow.
I've actually never I've never seen anyone use that before in a run, but
wow, that actually would have been so useful for me in my current PB where I got go mode at 142, and I had like it was a really bad situation actually. Oh no, a Hyper Fang crit. Oh,
yeah,
I hate to see that.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's going to happen with those metronomes.
Yeah, so I had my main was like level 44 or something, and I found a Pidgeot in Red's chamber, which, by the way, for those of you that don't know, there are up to level 52s where Glaciel is at right now. So if all else fails, you can try and catch something to help you through the fight. So I caught a Pidgeot, and I kept having to switch between the two and like reset up every time. So honestly, that might have helped me. I gotta remember that for the future.
All right, Strife is encountering the Spider-Man meme on the electrode, but he has evolved, so it's no longer really a Spider-Man meme. That being said, Strife is now through the Rocket Underground sequence. If I recall correctly, there was absolutely nothing in here.
I think there might have been a fetch quest item in the hideout. I don't recall.
Yeah, and I don't think there's anything on Price or on the guard. So while Glaciel is setting up, probably about to finish up very soon, we can see what Strife decides to do. He's going into Price first. And unfortunately, Glaciel is wiping again. Yeah, unfortunately, that those extra turns for the X speeds do give the Polyrath more opportunities to find a move that'll knock out the Primate.
It was interesting. It actually switched back to Sky Attack. I think maybe it ran out of Metronome PP. I think it only has 10 PP.
Yeah. So after using enough X defense, it probably will start using Metronome instead, trying to get a special attack.
Can we get some Sky Attack misses, please, game? Come on now. 90%.
Oh, that's another crit. That is unfortunate.
Ah. Okay, there's a miss. Nice. Oh, he got metronome. He switched to metronome early. Oh, that's metronome skull bash. Okay. That's fine. Okay, and it switches back to sky attack. Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting move switches here, but another metronome into Iron Tail, which is going to lower defense. Sweet Scent. Oh. And then Crunch.
No special drop there, which is good.
And Hidden Power. Luckily not too bad.
And on the red fight, if you ever see Hidden Power, it is always Ice type.
That is very good to know. So yeah, that was a special attacking Hidden Power, but luckily did not do that much damage. Must have been pretty low power.
Okay, it looks like he'll probably go after this. Okay, Harden. Oh, metronome dynamic punch. Thankfully that one missed.
All right,
and he should be good to go now.
Yeah, the Poliwrath did boost up its defense a bit, so it will be a 2-shot. But the rest of the Pokemon should hopefully be 1-shots. Should be able to outspeed the Jinx now. Going for the Mega Horn, that's definitely going to knock it out. And a crit too, wow.
Crit for good measure.
Alright, we have a Nidoking next. Trying to decide what move would be best for it.
Drill Peck is your highest power there.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. Okay, Zap Cannon miss. Alright, we're chilling.
Okay. Yeah, Drill Peck is the highest power there. Unfortunately, Jump Kick and Mega Horn would have been resisted. Mega Horning the Alakazam, that feels really good. Drill Pecking the Venomoth. Looks like we are very, very close to a finish here. Victory Bell, 1 Drill Peck should be able to take care of that. So yeah, get your GGs out for Glaciel. All right, Glaciel finishing up with, excuse me, time of 3 hours, 28 seconds.
All right, GG. That was definitely good job by Glaciel. It lost a lot of time to the red fight, to be honest. That was a pretty pretty good, pretty efficient routing for most of that run. It was a great run.
Absolutely. If it wasn't for that red fight, he would have had a very, very good time. 3 hours, still very good though.
All right, and now we'll see if we can get Glaciel in here to for an interview, possibly.
Yep, and in the race time, we see Strife has now forfeited the race. All right, and we should be getting Glaciel here in just a second. All right, congratulations, Glaciel. GG's.
Oh man, I felt like I was throwing that last 15 minutes so hard.
Yeah, it was a tough fight.
It was, and it was made worse by the fact that I stopped and shopped before I went over there and didn't realize I'd accidentally bought X Defense twice instead of the X Defense and X Speeds.
Oh,
okay,
that's what happened.
I knew it. I was like, I swore he bought X Speeds.
Yeah, I accidentally bought 2 sets of X Defense is what happened.
Oh,
I see.
okay.
Looks like we'll have Strife in here in just a second as well. Strife.
Hey,
Hey.
Hey, Strife.
where was the Rising Badge?
Rising Badge was on Janine.
Of course it was. Fuck.
Yeah, definitely some unfortunate occurrences happening to Stripe this run.
No, I'm sorry. I feel like crap today, and I feel like I botched everything here. Like everything that could go wrong did go wrong. Everything I could have done incorrectly, I did do incorrectly, and I'm a little upset about it. But moving on.
Yeah, it was definitely a tough seed. Also, the fact that you know, you got that the early pass, so early Kanto access. Both of you kind of struggled to find mains as well. It took quite a while, and then it was made worse for Strife by the fact that didn't have Sweet Scent, unfortunately. And then when it would have revealed that because for Glaciel, he also checked the Vermilion Harbor with Sweet Scent and got that
There was
the
unknown
message.
Vermilion Harbor. What was up with that?
Yeah,
Yep, there
I
was
was
the
able to
unknown. Yeah.
I pointed that out. Yeah. So I will say it was very interesting to see because Strife actually went to the Vermilion Harbor first, and he didn't have Sweet Scent, so he was just surfing for encounters, and he found them actually relatively quickly. He was the harbor can really troll you for a while, but especially towards the end of his search, he was finding encounter after encounter. But like one of the, I believe it was
All of
actually
them were
the
smoochums though.
all the smoochums, but I believe the common in the harbor was unknown, which means anytime you were getting an unknown encounter, you just weren't getting an encounter there. So I will say
It must have been the common because I sweet scented like 7 times in a row and got there doesn't seem to be anything here.
Yep. Yeah. So that's definitely not not what you want to see. So then and then there was that Goldine in the harbor when I was honestly surprised to see with Surf at that point, especially. I was surprised to see neither of you take it. Both of you saw that Goldine in the Vermilion waters. Seeking not too bad of a main.
I'm under the
I-
impression that Seeking is actually really bad of a main, so that might have just been my
Yeah.
working in my
My understanding was that Seeking was just a really bad mean. I mean, I also like Glacial. What did you end up running?
I found a primate in the Vermilion.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought about it. So, my main was so when I went there, we had a flamethrower TM. The grass to the left of Fuchsia
Fuchsia.
had a Charmeleon.
Yeah.
But like I took that thing to freaking Nugget Bridge to try and get it enough levels to evolve, and it died to every rock move in the game. It
Ooh.
died to an earthquake Gyarados that I literally walled me. Like I died to Nugget Bridge trainers like 4 times.
Ouch. Yeah, that's awful. I make it a habit when I hit up the Goldenrod Mart is I'll check the TMs and I'll grab Headbutt and Sweet Scent because they're just Sweet Scent's useful for the hunt and Headbutt is just a good move. And you unlock them by getting those 2 checks in the Ilex Forest. And then
Yeah. The
and then-
reason I thought about that, and I usually do end up grabbing Sweet Scent. Sometimes I don't. But the reason why I did that is because I didn't want to waste any time in Goldenrod because I didn't think that I had enough money.
yeah, that's valid. Yeah, the Primeape had Magnitude, and one of the other teams in the Mart was Drill Peck, and it's like Drill Peck, Magnitude, Headbutt. That's good enough.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I don't know. I feel like I struggled in fights like an exorbitant amount, considering the fact that my main was a Charizard with Drill Peck and Flamethrower. Like,
Yeah, no, that's very.
I feel like it primarily struggled when it was a Charmeleon. There was still some struggle when it
Yeah.
was a Charizard, but I will say once you got that Charizard, you started breezing through some fights.
Yeah, it's just like several of the first couple fights that I had with Charizard, I just died to rock moves. Like Erica, I messed up and forgot to save in front of Erica, so I had to do Erica's entire gym twice. I did Whitney's entire gym twice because I really thought that she was the one who had
Rising badge.
Rising.
Yeah. So what happened?
I mean,
when you reset after, or when you were fighting Erica, you reset before you had fought Janine.
Yeah, I mean, no. Now that you say that, like, I completely understand what happened. I thought that what had happened is that it was like what I really thought had happened was that I reset once. The reset that I did back to Rock Tunnel to get back to, I had some crazy resets. I will say, I do think I am happy with some of the reset strats that I used really early in the game. But
Yeah.
like, I thought that I was really thrown for a loop when I found out it wasn't below Lavender. I really thought that was going to be where I had reset it, but oh well.
Yeah, I speaking of reset strats, I don't know if you guys saw it because there was the whole issue with SpeedGaming apparently. But I felt really proud of one of the first resets that I did, where I went ahead and just did the Dark Cave checks, and I caught the Rock Smash Pokemon while I was in there as an Ariados, and I had saved before I went in, or I'd saved after I got the pass, so I could just reset. But I realized the Ariados had Dig, so I'm like, okay, I'll save here, leave the cave, check that item, and if it's not something that immediately helps me, I can reset it. And it was the Silver Wing.
Yeah. Strife also did a very similar strategy to that.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that.
I didn't catch the Ariados because I just saw the Ariados, and I don't know what you were maining at the time. For me at the time, I was maining a Dodrio who had Stomp and Strength, and I was I would far rather main a level 7 Dodrio with those moves than an Ariados with anything. Like,
Yeah.
My first wild encounter was after Mr. Pokemon, so I didn't see the Dodrio at all, or I would have probably done the exact same.
Yeah.
You know what we found out
it's
later?
interesting
Oh, you
'cause
go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say it's interesting because if I remember correctly, there were 2 or 3 things that were mainable on Route 30. Like, I remember seeing there was a Dodrio, there was a Stantler. That's right. There was a Dodrio, there was a Stantler, and I think there was even one other thing on Route 30 that I considered maining. But I don't remember what it was. I don't know.
Yeah, I got through the entire route without any encounters, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess
that was very impressive, but I guess it was RNG, but still.
Yeah.
Real quick, I just wanted to point out that we saw on Nugget Hedge Maze that the Dodrio learns Earthquake by level up. So
yep, that killed me. That'll kill a Charmeleon. Yeah. One of the few things that's was probably fast enough to outspeed me at that point. Yeah. No,
but also
Earthquake, of course.
It would have been interesting if you would have stuck with the Dodrio, also getting Earthquake
and Drill Back.
Of course, yeah. No, I thought about that, but I mean, at that point, like, that Dodrio was so low leveled. And
no, it's like the Squirt Bottle is in it's in Victory Road. You're going to Kanto first. You're going to need a Kanto Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean, not to mention that like I the second that I found out where Fly was, well, I'll say the moment when I found out that Rising Badge was not south of Lavender, I honestly wanted to forfeit the match right there because I knew I had lost. Like, not to mention that I didn't have Fly at that time. Ridiculous. Oof. Whatever.
When did you find Fly?
It was probably past the 2-hour mark. Like,
it was around
past the 2:30.
It was around the 2:20 mark, if I recall.
Yeah.
Oh wow! I think I found my Fly at like the 1-hour mark.
Yeah, no. I remember specifically because of the fact that I did not have Rising Badge. I thought at the time that Fly was literally the last in logic check that it could have possibly been. Which yeah, it's just what I did.
Yeah, I got to Goldenrod and I found the Zephyr badge on the Buena check. And so my thought process, because I didn't think about this last time and it actually messed me up real bad in my other race, my thought process was, okay, I still don't have an in-logic breakout item, but I have the pass and I have half of Flash. So I went and did a bunch of Kanto stuff, got a main, and then I'm like, all right, I'm going to go back and I'm going to clear Lower Johto because I technically still don't have an in-logic breakout item. So either I'm going to find the squirt bottle down there, in which case all that backtracking isn't going to matter. I can shortcut it through Violet City, or I'm going to find Flash. And if I find Flash down there, I've got a very good chance of finding Fly, because there's like 17 checks in Lower Johto compared to like the 5 in Kanto that I have still in Logic. And I found the other half of Flash, and I didn't find Fly, and I'm like, darn it, I've wasted a whole bunch of time and I have to do a bunch of backtracking. I need the kid to turn up something big for me, and of course he had HMO too. So it's like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, I reset away most of that backtracking. Like, part of that was because of the way that I did it. Like, I don't want to recount the entire story because people just watch me do it. But, like, basically I wiped back to Azalea after. So I went down to Fuchsia, grabbed that Charmeleon, tried to go back up, because I didn't think that I could beat Janine at that time. And I wiped to the trainer that you have to fight to get back up Cycling Road. I wiped back to Azalea and just did the entire loop from that.
Yeah, so the funny thing is that I actually was planning on doing that kind of as a strategy. Like, I don't know if the chat noticed, but I poked my head into the Azalea Pokemon Center as I skipped Azalea, specifically so I could do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then was like, actually, you know what? I skipped Whitney. I've got a pretty good Primate. I'm already back in Saffron because I was doing Lavender and Celadon. Let's just take the train back.
Yeah. I don't know. I was fully prepared to do this entire ROM without Flash. I thought that that's where I was going with this. Because I on going back. The only reason why I did go back is because I was trying to remember where Rising Bed was.
Yeah, it was an interesting seed. I'm pretty happy with the way I played it, except the one thing, I did Morty.
Yeah, I didn't, so that's good.
I mean, yeah, I did Morty, and I will stand by this decision. It was the right decision at the moment. I had Clear Belt, I had Rainbow Wing, I didn't have the card key. There was nothing in the Burn Tower, and in the Tin Tower. How is there nothing in Tin Tower? It's 15 checks.
Also,
Yeah,
this
that was
ROM really
that was
likes,
quite crazy.
Also, this ROM really likes the Butterfree line, doesn't it?
Yeah, I noticed.
Yep, we pointed that out. Yeah.
Yeah, no, Shiny Caterpie, the Metapod was the Snorlax. Like, I don't know if I was just noticing it more, but I saw Butterfree line everywhere.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
Glaciel, you got to the 60. I was like, oh my gosh, it's another Caterpie, because it was
Lugia was a
Goldeen.
Caterpie?
No, it was
Aw.
Goldeen, but their cries are so similar. I was like, no way, it's another Caterpie, right?
Yeah, no, I had
That was the shiny.
I genuinely had the exact same reaction, and then I saw it was the Goldeen, and I literally slammed my head into my controller. I just dropped my head onto the desk and hit my controller, and it's like, God, because like, the Primate was decent at that point, but I really wanted to switch to the 60, and no.
Yeah, I really wanted
Yeah.
to switch to the 50, and that wasn't going to happen either.
That being said, the Goldeen had Boom.
It did, and I was so tempted
Premium
to like
combo.
try and set up the Goldeen and then explode on the last Pokemon, and then I realized that the combination of Sky Attack, Poliwrath, and Blizzard Jinx that kept one-shotting me unless I did my items very, very particularly meant that was not going to happen.
Well, unfortunately, yeah, for the Jinx, you had to get the XPs. There's no way to build up your special defense with items. So that Jinx was always going to one-shot. You had to get that XP up.
Yeah,
or just hope for a miss, yeah. But with how long the Poliwrath setup was taking, it was tough.
Yeah, so like I set up on the Poliwrath, I got to the Jinx, I died, and I'm like, okay, I need to set up X speed. I set up on the Poliwrath, go to set up X speeds, and realize
Yep.
where are my X speeds?
Yeah, you and I, we were both like jaws to the floor when that happened. I was like, wait, where are they? He bought some. I saw it.
Yeah, no,
I swear.
I actually noticed that you didn't buy the XPs, and I was kind of concerned.
Yeah, and it's like normally I don't even really care that much about having speeds or defends on me if I have a good Pokemon. I didn't consider Primate good enough, to not have to worry about them. So I stopped in Violet and bought Defends, realized, wait a minute, I need speeds, cleared out an item slot, and then bought more Defends on accident. I literally panicked when I realized I didn't have speeds and had to leave, fly out, and get back, because I honestly thought Strife was right behind me.
Yep.
No,
Well,
I
regardless,
never
yeah.
found like anything. I barely did North Johto.
Yeah, it was definitely a rough one, but you played very well, Glaciel. I think even if not for like the unfortunate resets for Strife, I think you played very well, and also the Prime Egg had a great moveset. You didn't have much trouble with fights, so I think it was your race to lose for the most part, even without the unfortunate stuff happening. It was a good race. It was a good race.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
All right, and with that, if we've not got anything else, I believe that'll wrap it up for this race. GG's, congrats to Glaciel moving on to the bracket stage. And
Oh god, I'm moving on to the bracket stage.
yes, you are. And we've got one more regular stage 1 match happening, I believe, on Tuesday evening. So stay tuned for that. And then also, thank you to SpeedGaming, obviously, for hosting the tournament. As always, we appreciate them very much. But we are also going to have some tiebreaker matches that will not be streamed on SpeedGaming. So how it works is we have 3-person pods, and for some of them, for several of the pods, actually, it's a 3-way tie. So everyone's got 1 win and 1 loss. So we will have a few 3-way races that will be happening. So feel free to join the Cinco Bingo Discord if you wanna get in on those and see what's happening with those, because those should be very hype. So excited for that. Excited for the next stage.
Yep.
Anything else to add, guys?
I was just going to give the times for those matches. If you do decide to join the Cinco Bingo Discord, or if you're already in it, there's a chance that we'll be having maybe a group watch. At the very least, I believe you can, like, when the race is happening, if you go into race time, there is a way to watch all the streams at once. And so if you would like to see these matches, they will be at the following times. So Bad News Nate versus Raylan versus Mr. Holmes will be on tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern. Oddly versus ST Kilda versus Vilks will be on the 22nd at 6 p.m. Eastern. And Horse versus Woongi versus Zen9BR will be on the 23rd at 7 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, if you want to see those, I would suggest joining the Cinco Bingo Discord if you're not already in. And also, you should be able to view them on race time, or if you go to one of these runners' Twitch channels, you could see their perspective if you're rooting for a particular runner.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was a very entertaining race to watch, and GG's to you, Glaciel, and my condolences to you, Strife. And yeah, as far as that goes, I believe we are good to go.
All right. Thanks everyone for watching. We appreciate you guys. GG's to the racers, and have a great night, everyone.
All right.
Have a nice night, everybody.